And now, Mystery Theater.
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall, your guide through the macabre maze of the occult. Love, hatred, and revenge are accepted by us as part of our daily lives. But those who claim to know the spirit world assure us that these emotions don't necessarily die with the death of a mortal, but are sometimes carried over into the hereafter. Our tale deals with love, hatred, and a revenge that reached from beyond the grave and made a mockery of the marriage vow till death do us part.
Honestly, Jack, do you think Vinny will come along with us on our honeymoon, too?
Now, Anne, don't talk like a fool. Vinny is dead. Forget him.
He won't let us. Your dear dead twin brother just won't let us alone, and it doesn't seem to bother you any more than it did when he was alive and tagged along on all our dates. Jack, I can't live with a ghost.
All right, Anne, what do you want me to do, kill him? You know as well as I that Vinny's already dead.
Just make him stay that way, Jack. Just make Vinny stay dead.
Our mystery drama, An Identical Murder, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Murray Burnett and stars William Redfield and Elliot Reed. That thin line between love and hate has been walked by tellers of tales ever since tales have been told. For other storytellers, the line between life and death became a thoroughfare on which they balanced fascinating tales of terror. Today, we cross both lines, love and hate, life and death, as our path leads us to the ultimate unknown terror. Our guide along this path is a man named Harry Carlson, who's more experienced climbing mountains than dealing with the unknown.
Let's set straight from the start. I'm not a man who sees things. I'm a guy with both feet on the ground, my head on straight. It darn well better be, because my hobby is mountain climbing. And the icy face of a mountain is no place for a guy with jumpy nerves. The funny thing about what I have to tell you is that this whole bizarre adventure started with a climb. A climb I made with the Benton twins. I remember the three of us sitting in the warm tap room of the Regenhof talking about the climb.
Harry, the map shows we shouldn't have too much trouble after we reach this point, about halfway up the north face.
Right, Vinny. The tough part should come when we leave the trail.
I'm Jack. He's Vinny. You keep mixing us up.
Wouldn't you think I'd be able to tell you apart after the last 4 years?
Well, Harry, why should you be different than everyone else? People have been calling Jack, Vinny, and me Jack ever since I can remember.
Well, I'd love to talk more with you guys about people mistaking you for one another, but I think we're prepared for tomorrow's climb, and I'd better hit the sack.
I'm just a lonely young lady looking for a date. Anyone interested?
And what are you doing in Switzerland?
Annie, darling, listen, pay no attention to my rude twin brother. I am delighted you're here, Anne.
Vinny. And I know you're Vinny because Jack always says my brother, and you say my twin brother.
Right. And since you're such an observant minx, come here and put your arms around me, and I'll show you just how glad I am to see you.
You've made yourself a dear. Hey, my ribs, Jack. Leave me my ribs. I'll need them for the slopes tomorrow.
Oh, what's this about slopes? I don't know how you got here, but now that you're here, there'll be no skiing. You're climbing with us tomorrow.
Please don't take this personally, but I have no head for heights. I'm all right on skis, but climbing is out.
If everyone knew their own limitations, there'd be a lot fewer accidents. Well, good night. We'll meet here tomorrow, bright and early.
Yeah, that seems like a good idea for all of us. Well, what do you say, Jack?
If you don't mind, Vinny, there's something I want to discuss with Jack.
Oh? Private?
Sort of.
Well, now, Anne, you ought to know by now that Jack and I have no secrets from each other. He'll only tell me anyway.
Perhaps, Vinny, that's exactly what I want. Oh, it's beautiful up here, Jack. Just beautiful.
And so are you.
Jack, please stop kissing me or I'll want to elope tonight.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
Vinny.
Oh,
From the conversation back in the tap room, I gather you hadn't told him about us yet.
that's right.
Are you going to tell him?
You know I am. It's just, well, you know how Vinny feels about you, and he is my twin brother.
And don't I know it?
What's that supposed to mean?
That I love you, not Vinny. That I want to live with you, not Vinny.
Anne.
That it may be hard for even me to tell you apart physically, but there's a world of difference between you. I'm in love with you, Jack. And Vinny had better be told, and soon.
So that's why you've come. You traveled 4,000 miles to pick a fight.
Oh, not really. My boss sent me to Paris to check on some designs, and I was so close I wanted to see you. And I was right. You still hadn't told Vinny about us.
And it isn't easy. Vinny loves you, too.
But it's you I'm marrying.
You really don't understand how close Vinny and I are. It's something, well, being twins, I can't explain it.
That's been the story of our entire courtship. Wherever we went, there went Vinny also. Sometimes I felt as if I were getting engaged to two men.
You never told me you felt this way.
I've been thinking this way for a long time, and I'm desperate.
An ultimatum?
No, I'm too much in love with you, Jack, to give you ultimatums. All I want to know is, am I engaged to two men? If I am, tell me, and I'll see whether I want to be. But tell me, or tell him.
Vinny, I have something to tell you.
Oh. It's about Anne, isn't it?
I should have guessed you'd know.
Mm-hmm.
We've always been able to read each other's thoughts. So, aren't you going to congratulate me?
Well, you've just lost me. I knew it was about Anne, but where do the, congratulations come in?
Anne and I are going to be married.
You dirty double-crossed!
Oh, Vinny, what do you do?
Behind my back!
Vinny, stop it!
I'm gonna kill you! I'm gonna kill you! I will kill you!
Okay,
I'll kill you!
okay, I'm not going to stand here and let you beat me up. Now are you going to listen to me, Ed? Or do I have to pound your head against the floor?
Okay, Jack. Okay, Jack, let me up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I blew my top.
Vinny, what happened to you?
I honestly don't know, Jack. For a minute, I really wanted to kill you.
You almost did. Now calm down and let's talk about my marriage.
No, the only talking I'm going to do is to tell you how sorry I am. I'll make it up to you, Jack. And I'll prove it with my wedding gift.
How you doing, fellas?
We're okay, Harry.
Why don't you let Jack speak for himself, Vinny?
There you go again, Harry. I am Jack.
And I'm Vinny. And I'm doing okay, too. How far are we from the summit?
I'll keep you straight somehow. Jack's the low man on the line, and Vinny, you're next, right?
Right. How far from the summit?
Not too far. Couple 100 feet or so. Uh-oh.
Trouble?
Yeah, a little.
Oh, what is it?
There's a pretty easy path to the summit, but to get there, it looks like a tough traverse right in front of me.
How tough?
I don't know. But I don't want to get you guys started on it until I do a little more exploring.
Well, how long do you think it'll take?
Oh, not too long. I don't want to untie my rope. You guys be all right?
We'll be fine.
Hey, Wind seems to be getting stronger.
Yeah, it is. And a storm can mean real trouble. Maybe we ought to forget the summit and start back down, huh?
No, let's give it a try, Harry. Go and take a look at the traverse.
Oh, okay. But watch yourselves. Vinny, you hang on to my rope.
All right.
I'll tie on again when I return.
Hey, that wind's really rising. You okay, Jack?
Fine, Ben. How about you?
Well, I'd like it better if we were a little closer together. Can you come up a few steps?
Why not? Hang on to the rope.
Right.
Hey, Ben! Don't let the rope go slack. I'm having trouble. I'm slipping.
What? What's that? I can't hear you.
Ben, I can't get a foothold. I'm slipping. The rope, Vinny! No!
I was almost across the traverse when I heard the scream, then the slide. My stomach told me what had happened. I looked, and I saw the one man clinging desperately to the face of the mountain, the empty rope dangling from his waist. Hang on! I'm coming to get you! Hang on!
I couldn't help it. I tried, but he was gone before I could get the rope around me to hold him.
Don't think about it, Vinny. Just hang on till I reach you.
I'm not Vinny. I'm Jack.
What? Wasn't Jack below you? I could have sworn that Vinny was where you...
Vinny's gone. Dead. And I'll be following him unless you get to me. You can call me anything you want, but whatever you call me, the fact remains that I'm Jack. And Vinny's at the bottom of the mountain.
I dreaded going back to the Reingehof. I didn't know which I feared most. Losing a man from my team, or having to tell Ann Slater that Vinny had plunged to his death. Fortunately, Jack spared me the latter ordeal. But I was put in the middle of a strange and painful scene.
Fault was mine, Ann. All mine. Vinny called to me and I pulled on the rope, but it slipped and then he was gone. I'll never forgive myself. Never.
That's the wrong way to think.
I haven't heard Ann say it's wrong. In fact, I haven't heard Ann say anything since we came back.
I don't know what to say. I'm too shocked.
Well, that's understandable. Maybe we ought to get a doctor.
Oh, no, thanks, Vinny. Oh, what am I saying? I called you Vinny.
Oh, of course. Vinny is on your mind, and...
Oh, no, Jack, don't. Don't hold me. I just want to be alone.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I'll see you in the morning.
It looks as though it's going to be a difficult situation for you, Jack.
She'll get over it. She has to. Because she's a girl I love. And I'm going to marry.
A few months passed. I expected to read the announcement of the wedding between Jack Benton and Ann Slater, but all I heard was that they were seen around town together and no date had been set. Until one day at my office, I looked up and Ann Slater stood there. Only she wasn't the vivacious, laughing girl I remembered, but a frightened, confused woman on the razor edge of a breakdown.
I'm sorry, Harry. Really sorry. I shouldn't have come, but Oh, you don't think I'm crazy, do you?
Now, Ann, sit down. Let me get you a drink.
You were there. You're the only one I could think of who might be able to help.
Brandy, coffee.
He's dead, isn't he? You were there.
Now, Ann, try to get hold of yourself. What is it?
That's what Jack keeps telling me. He says it's all in my mind, but I know it isn't. It isn't!
Ann, why didn't you start somewhere and explain so that I can understand?
It's Jack. And Vinny.
Vinny?
You know how close Jack and Vinny were, but what you couldn't know was that all the time Jack and I were dating, Vinny was along.
What does that have to do with that?
Heaven help me, but I think we still are. I think we still are a threesome.
According to medical science, identical twins have the same heartbeat, the same skin, hair tones, and if you took a voice print, you would find that although the voice might vary in pitch and timbre, they would follow a somewhat similar pattern. The question is, would a woman be able to tell the difference between identical twins if she loved one of them? I'll return shortly with Act 2. Two's company, and three's a crowd. But I'm puzzled about which kind of a third party on a date is more disturbing. A dull and insensitive bore who refuses to take any hints about leaving, or an unseen but definitely felt presence. In other words, a ghost. Ann Slater is trying to explain how she feels about this ghostly third party as we continue with our strange tale.
I feel so disloyal. You must remember I'm the one who's supposed to help Jack forget about his brother's unfortunate accident. And it seems I just keep reminding him of it instead.
Then, you still haven't made it clear to me just why.
Wherever we go, Vinny is with us.
Well, that's not possible. Vinny's dead.
I know that, but just listen. Last night, we went to the pump room for dinner.
Ah, good evening, monsieur, madame. I have your table over here. As you see, monsieur, it's set for 4, but I'll have the busboy remove 2 place settings, and you will have more room.
Oh, thank you, Captain. I appreciate that.
And, monsieur, may I recommend our special salad? They're all on the table up front. You may serve yourself.
Thank you. Merci.
And then the strangest thing happened. Jack and I sat at the table, and you must believe me, we saw the busboy clear away the other 2 place settings. We went to the salad table. And when we came back, there was a 3rd setting.
Well, that's easily accounted for. Maybe another busboy started to set up the table for 4.
Yes? Then tell me how you account for the fact that the 3rd place had a salad plate heaped with Caesar salad.
Caesar salad? I remember, that's Vinny's favorite. Well, maybe Jack
We were together at the salad table every minute, and we came back together.
What did Jack say?
What he always says when this happens. Forget it.
Then he isn't as concerned about this as you are.
That's another thing that's bothering me. He's concerned. I know he's concerned, but he won't admit it. Do you think he's trying to act as if everything were normal so as not to upset me?
Well, now, don't you think that's a strong possibility?
But there are other possibilities.
I don't know what you mean.
I hope you will when I tell you what happened a week ago at an amusement park. Oh, look, Jack! Cotton candy! I haven't had cotton candy in years.
Well, then you'll have a big, giant portion.
Uh-oh, no. It's too fattening. Just a small one will be fine.
No, you'll see. Here you are, darling.
Oh, thank you, Jack.
Oh, I wish I could make your eyes sparkle and your lips smile that way when I'm not bringing you cotton candy.
Delicious, but sticky.
And? Did you hear what I said? And?
I'm sorry.
Oh, what's wrong? Why can't I make you happy the way I used to?
It's my fault. I'm all mixed up.
About us?
About us and Vinny. And
Look, Vinny's dead. We just have to forget him.
he won't let us. He just won't, and you don't seem to understand. Sometimes I think your voice sounds just like Vinny's. That maybe I've mistaken you for... Oh, forgive me, Jack. I just don't know what I'm saying.
It's all right. Now, look, I've known a lot of girls. You know that. But you're the one I want to marry, not just for your looks, but for your wonderful sweetness and sensitivity. I know how you must have felt about Vinny always tagging along. It was only natural that when you heard he died, at first you... Well, I suppose you were glad.
No.
Be honest with yourself. Only at first. You were glad that he was out of the way. And because you're feeling guilty about it, you're letting that feeling lead you into imagining all sorts of ridiculous things.
Do you think that could be the explanation?
Oh, darling, I'm sure of it. Now, look, let's just forget all about Vinny and enjoy ourselves. Which do you want to try? The slide or the shoot the chute?
Your choice, Jack.
You wait right here. I'll get the tickets.
But, Jack, I want to... Jack, come back a minute. No! No! I won't listen! I heard Sweet Sue, just as if Jack were right beside me. But how could that be if he was off buying tickets? I heard it! I heard it!
All right, Anne. All right. Now, you thought you heard it.
Oh, no one believes me.
I'm not sure what 'tis you want me to believe, Anne.
You were also there when it happened, on the mountain. You would know definitely which one of them fell.
Well, I heard the shouts, but I didn't actually see.
There's one way we could be sure. One way there'd be no doubt at all.
How?
Fingerprints. If the body could be recovered.
No chance. Not at least until the spring thaws. But, Anne, that still wouldn't explain the strange happenings.
Maybe not. But can't you see that I'm terrified I'm marrying the wrong man? If I knew which one had died on the mountain, at least I'd be sure about the man I'm supposed to marry. I'm coming. Jack!
Hi.
Didn't you get my note?
Oh, you bet I did. That's why I'm here. All right, now, what's this about your taking a trip?
I said it in the note. I just have to get away for a while and think.
Where are you going?
I didn't tell you because I didn't want you to know.
Anne, what's happened to us?
That's what I'm going to go and try and figure out.
Look, you're not going.
What?
I mean it, not without me. I love you. I love you more than life itself.
Jack, that's very sweet. But if you do love me, you're going to have to let me get away for a short while to get my head straight.
Well, what have I done to you?
I'm afraid I've done it to myself, Jack. It's not you.
All right, look, may I have a cup of coffee?
It will have to be instant because I don't want to miss my plane.
Okay, instant.
Lucky I left the kettle out. I've put most of my other pots and pans away.
Look, if it's too much trouble, don't bother.
It will only take a minute. No. Oh, no. Please, God, no. Jack! Jack!
Anne, what is it? What's the matter?
You've been sitting in that chair all the time, haven't you?
What? Yes, of course.
I mean, you didn't come into the kitchen, did you?
Well, darling, I told you I've been here. Now, Anne, what is it? What happened?
Nothing. I just got frightened.
Oh, darling, come on, tell me.
I thought I heard you whistling Sweet Sue.
You thought... Sweets... Well, why should that get you so upset? As a matter of fact, I was.
But I heard it close up in the kitchen with me.
Oh, you see, I'm worried about your being alone.
The kettle. I'll get your coffee.
All right. Look, at least let me drive you to the airport, will you?
Please forgive me, but I have to finish packing. Here's your coffee.
All right. What about the airport?
Let me think about it while I pack.
3 valises? How long are you thinking of staying?
Until I feel I can handle the situation. You can close the one on the love seat.
All right. Is it all right if I put my coffee on the night table?
Be my guest.
Your guest. I'd rather be your husband. Oh, love. When are we going to get married?
I always forget my toothbrush. No, there it is.
Look, Anne, did you hear my question?
I heard.
Well?
Let's go back into the living room.
All right, what about the other valise?
I'll leave it. I may have some last-minute things.
Now what?
Look on the table. Right there on the table.
What? You mean the coffee cup sitting there?
And the lighted cigarette. I don't smoke. And you haven't lit a cigarette since you came in. Now, I know I brought only one cup in from the kitchen, and you left it on the night table in the bedroom, so how can you...
Now, Anne, calm down, please.
Now you know why I'm going away. And you also know why I may never come back. I just can't go on like this, Jack. I can't.
Harry, you know where she went, and you're going to tell me.
I have no idea where Ann is.
I tell you, I've got to find her.
Now, Jack, I'm not much on giving advice, but Ann's a big girl. I imagine if she wanted you to know where she was, she'd let you know.
Harry, tell me this. Did you and Anne talk about that day on the mountain?
I've already told you I think you should ask Ann about our conversation.
Oh.
Now, look, Jack, I got a lot of work to do, so if you don't mind...
Yeah, I get it. You're kicking me out, aren't you, Harry?
Now, please, Jack, What's that? Who's... I was looking at you, and suddenly I heard...
Your phone, Harry.
Huh? Oh, yeah, excuse me. Hello? What? But how did it happen? Where is she?
It's Anne. What's happened?
Hold it, Jack. Skiing accident. Yeah, I see. Yes, I'll take care of her.
Oh, no, it was about Anne, wasn't it?
Yes. She's in a skiing accident, but she's all right. She asked the hospital to call me.
All right. What hospital? Where?
Jack, she called me.
Harry, it was sweet of you to come. They tell me I should be out in a few days.
Well, what happened? Jack has told me so many times you're an expert skier.
What happened really had nothing to do with skiing. It was eerie. I was all alone at the top of the run. It was a beautiful day. And I was just about ready to push off when I heard... I looked around, but I was alone, and then I heard someone whistling. I panicked. I dug my poles in and took off, but the sounds followed me. I knew I was going too fast, but I just wanted to get away from the sound. I wanted to go faster than all those awful sounds, but I couldn't. And then, well, I never even saw the tree I hit.
And I have something to tell you. When that call came from the hospital, Jack was with me in my office. He knows about your accident.
Oh, well, I don't suppose I could have kept it a secret.
Anne, are you all right? I got here as fast as I could. I should never have let you go alone. Hello, Harry. Anne, please. Are you all right?
Jack, I will be in a few days.
Oh.
The doctor says it isn't serious, just a mild concussion. But, Jack, you shouldn't have come.
Oh, that's where you're wrong. Not only am I here, but I'm going to stay until you get well, and then we're going to get married immediately.
Jack, don't you understand that the reason I went away was because I wasn't sure about...
Well, I'm sure. Darling, I'm sure you need me, and from now on you'll be with me, and I'll be here to solve all your problems.
Having the man you love by your side in times of trouble can be a great comfort. But it also can be greatly disturbing if you're not sure whether the man by your side isn't the wrong man, the wrong twin, and perhaps even a murderer. We'll be back shortly with a resolution of our Anne's dilemma. The phrase ménage à trois means a household made up of 3 people, usually 2 men and a woman. But the 3 can be any combination that medical science and the new sexual freedom can devise. In our story, Ann Slater, 1 week before her marriage to Jack Benton, was deeply worried about a possible ménage à trois. But her concern was that the 3rd person in her ménage was a ghost. Harry Carlson, the best man, was also worried.
I certainly didn't relish the idea of Jack Benton asking me to be his best man, but my guilt over the death of his twin brother left me no choice. And so, 3 days before the wedding, I found myself Jack's guest at a charming cottage by the sea that he and his brother had inherited. It was here that he had decided to spend their honeymoon. We were alone that first night, just Jack and me.
Well, I'm sure glad you could make it, Harry. There's no one in the world I'd rather have as my best man, except, of course, Vinny.
Thank you for the compliment. Who's upstairs?
Well, you're the only guest.
Yeah, but there's somebody up there. Surely you can hear the footsteps.
There's no one there.
Oh, you must be putting me on, Jack.
I tell you, there's no one.
Now, don't tell me you don't hear those steps. Must be someone making them.
Well, okay, if you want, you can look for yourself.
That's exactly what I'm going to do. Hello? Who's there? Let's not play games. I'm Harry Carlson. Is there someone in the bedroom? Hello? Hello? Jack? You up here? Jack, what the devil's going on? The next day, when Ann called and asked to see me privately, I knew what it was about, and I dreaded the meeting. But there was no way out. I met her as she asked at a little restaurant overlooking the sea.
We can't look at the ocean, but this table's far enough away from everyone so that we'll have some privacy.
How are you, Ann? You look completely recovered.
Physically, I'm just fine, but mentally, Harry, I just have to find out if I'm going crazy or... You've spent a night with Jack in the beach house, and I want to know if...
If I heard anything strange.
Yes. Whenever I'm with Jack, I don't know how exactly to describe it. There's always a feeling of another person, a presence, someone else there. Did you feel that too?
You're not crazy, Ann.
Oh, thank heaven. You felt it too. Harry, I think you've saved me.
From what, Ann?
Sometimes I'm absolutely sure that the man I'm going to marry isn't Jack, but Vinny. Now I know what I have to do. I'm going to call the wedding off.
I thought it was supposed to be bad luck if the bridegroom saw the bride before the wedding.
I think it's only on the same day or something like that.
And alone here in your room at the motel, what will people say?
What will people say when they hear that there's not going to be a wedding?
You know, I've always loved your sense of humor, until now.
I'm not joking.
No, you're not.
I don't mean I won't marry you. I will just as soon as you level with me. Don't you see, I can't go into a marriage with a man who just laughs off something that's terribly important to me.
Anne, please, I'm not doing that. I simply don't know what you're talking about.
When you do, maybe we can go ahead.
Okay, all right. I have been lying to you.
Oh, Jack. But why? Why did you lie?
Because, darling, I didn't want to worry you. I thought Vinny would go away.
Then it is. Vinny, or his ghost.
You wanted the truth, didn't you?
Yes.
Then you're going to have to be able to face it. You knew, of course, that Vinny was in love with you.
I knew.
I mean, I won't pretend that I can explain it, but we were identical twins. You must remember how sometimes we didn't even have to talk because we knew what each of us was thinking.
I remember. Sometimes it drove me crazy.
Well, somehow, now, I don't know how, Vinny is still with us. I feel him at times so strongly that I've even started talking to him.
Then you're saying that Vinny is a
ghost. But look, there are ways of getting rid of ghosts.
You mean something like exorcism?
Whatever you call it, there are people, mediums, who get through to the other world.
What makes you think Vinny can be made to leave us alone?
Anne, I'm telling you, I'm sure he'll do it. Out of his love for you. I know that was genuine.
But how would I go about it? I don't know anything about the spirit world.
I made some inquiries. I have the name of a reputable medium, no phony. And I've spoken to him, and he's agreed to help.
You spoke to him about me?
Yes, and he feels exactly as I do, that Vinny's ghost will be more apt to listen to a plea from you.
This is your first visit to a medium?
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Let me explain briefly what may happen. I will go into a deep trance, and I will call to him and ask him to talk with you. If you hear him, you may answer him, but otherwise you must keep quiet. All right?
All right.
Vincent Benton. Vincent Benton. The one you loved on Earth is here. You know her, Vincent Benton, the girl named Anne Slater. She wants to talk with you. Are you there?
He's here.
Shh. Vincent Benton, listen. I speak for Anne Slater and your brother Jack. Stop that! You have no reason for anger. Listen to us. Your actions are making Anne Slater and your twin brother Jack very unhappy. You must realize that you will only have peace when you give them peace. You must understand that your peace and their happiness lies in their marriage. Stop! Let go of me! You're hurting me! Let go! I must get back to the sphere where I belong. Let me go! I'm not one of you!
Mr. Carruthers! Are you all right? What happened?
I'm sorry. I cannot help you. I don't believe anyone can. We contacted a very evil spirit, and it's best that you leave immediately.
And the wedding took place just as planned. As I followed Jack and Anne up the aisle, I felt the hair on the back of my neck stand up. I looked around. Everything seemed perfectly normal until Jack took Anne's hand.
Oh, your hand's like ice, Jack.
Harry, do you have the ring?
I handed Jack the ring, and suddenly my blood ran cold, because very faintly I heard it. I knew that Anne had heard it too, because I saw her lips tighten. But her hand was steady as the ring went on her finger. And then it was over. And they were man and wife. At the reception after the ceremony, I was only counting the minutes until the last guest left, and I could also decently leave. Nothing more had happened, but I still desperately wanted to get away. After what seemed an interminable length of time, only Anne, Jack, and I were left. I took Ann aside to offer my good wishes.
Thank you, Harry. Thank you. I owe you a lot.
Oh, you don't owe me a thing. It's just... you sure everything's gonna be all right?
You heard the whistling at the ceremony, too. Don't worry. Jack and I have made up our minds. We'll be fine.
Yes. Yes, I'm sure you will be. I'll just go back to the cottage, pack my bag, and clear out.
This is going to sound silly, but Jack and I decided we wanted to be in the cottage alone for the next few hours.
Of course, I understand. What time should I drop by?
Half an hour or so. Jack and I are walking back along the beach.
I don't ask you to believe what happened next. I only tell you what I saw with my own eyes as I stood on the steps of the church and watched them walk on the wooden planks that had been laid along the beach to form a crude boardwalk. Their backs were to me, and Jack's arm was around Ann's waist, when suddenly, I'll swear, there were two arms around her waist, and one of them was encased in ice.
Why is it suddenly so cold?
I think the wind has come up.
I don't feel any wind, but Jack, I'm freezing. Let's walk faster.
Darling, I can't. Look, you run on ahead and light a fire, will you? I'll be along in a minute.
Don't be long.
I won't. Jack, please let me go. I really tried. I tried to throw you the rope. Look, believe me. You know Anne would never have married me. I had to take your place. It was better for Anne. Oh, please, Jack. Let me live. Please. Go back to being dead.
And as I watched, the arm encased in ice grew to a whole man, who with his icy arm locked around the bridegroom's shoulders, led him inexorably off the planks and across the sand and into the sea, where they both disappeared from view.
As Harry Carlson told us, you don't have to believe it. But I have to report that the bridegroom's body was washed ashore on the following day. Coroner's finding? Death by drowning. There was, however, no explanation offered as to why the new bridegroom had suddenly decided to go swimming by himself with his clothes on. I'll be back shortly. Castor and Pollux, the heavenly twins fixed and immutable in the sky, made a bargain with Zeus. When one died before the other, they were to be together always. Only they were to spend 6 months in heaven and 6 months in hell. I like to think that the Benton twins made the same deal to be together. But what troubles me is which twin belonged in heaven and which in hell. Our cast included Elliot Reed, William Redfield, Roberta Maxwell, and Robert Dryden. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
And now, Mystery Theater.
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. They say there do be girls in Galway that are the fairest in the world. Of course, there are other things in Galway, all Ireland for that matter, that you don't find anywhere else. Cluricaunes and banshees, the little folk, and of course the leprechaun himself. Blarney and the Blarney Stone itself. So many things that are hard to credit that the only way is to make a trip there for yourselves, as we are now going to do.
Oh, Mother of Heaven, he's at it again, Mary.
Uncle Terence?
Who else? Rattling his portrait against the chimney stones and wailing like the banshee he is.
Oh, well, Sean, you know what he's after. Turn the picture face to the wall and give the poor man the chance to dress himself in privacy.
All right, Mary. Oh, but where would he want to be off to today? There's no wake or wedding or holy day to celebrate.
Well, if he's taken advantage of the leprechaun's promise, there's something special in the wind. Now, you being the man, take a wee peep there and see if he's gone.
He's gone. The canvas is bare as a turnip.
Then mark my words, Sean Daly, we're in for some excitement in Clenford. I wonder what will be this time.
Our mystery drama, The Wakeful Ghost, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Ian Martin and stars Paul Hecht. Brian Mackin finished his last year of med school and found himself with $1,000 left of his inheritance and 2 weeks before he began his internship. He was weary from the long struggle for his medical degree, because in spite of scholarships, he had to work outside to raise money for the 6 years of study. Both his parents were dead. So far as he knew, he was alone in the world. But his background was Irish, and he had some vague memory that an aunt and uncle were living still in the old country. So he decided to spend the 2 weeks on a vacation, which was to change his whole life.
Nobody's going to believe this, but it's exactly what happened to me in Ireland. After roaming around a few days in Dublin, I took a train for Ballinasloe and Galway, to the west. The only clue I had to my uncle and aunt was an old postcard with that postmark and their names, Sean and Mary Daly, which is sort of equivalent to John and Mary Smith. I didn't have much hope of finding them, but it was a joy just to have nothing to do with my last 3 days playing detective. No one was more surprised than I when a ruddy-faced little gentleman walked up to me at the station.
Sure, now, I couldn't be mistaken, but just for the politeness of the thing and observing the formalities as 'twere. But you wouldn't be Brian Mackin from America.
Well, yes, that's exactly who I would be.
And now you're maybe wondering who I am.
Well, yes, I am indeed.
Sure, I'm your great-uncle Terence on your mother's side, once or twice removed, for I was born on the wrong side of the blanket, they say. Oh, I don't know myself nor care, for sure. In my own opinion, I was a changeling, which accounts for my close association with the... well, that's of no matter for the moment. Terence Krushkin is the name. Terence Kinsella Clonmay Krushkin. But sure, Uncle Terence will serve. 'Tis the way most people know me.
Well, I'm still puzzled. How did you know me?
I've a little cart and a pony waiting, and if we want to get to your aunt and uncle's before dark, I'm thinking we'd best get along, and I'll tell you all on the way.
I don't mean to be rude, sir, but I still would like to know how you knew I was coming here today. I only made up my mind on the spur of the moment this morning.
Now that's where you're wrong, do you see?
What do you mean?
Well, while we're riding along, would you like a little dash of poteen to warm the cockles of your heart?
Is that the Irish whiskey you make out of bog water that's about 180 proof?
The same?
No, thanks. No, that's the stuff I had last night in Dublin that knocked me out like a Mickey. I'm still not over it.
Well, now then, to answer your question.
Yeah.
How I knew to expect you. Do you remember the little chap in the green bowler you met at the Snug last night?
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He introduced me to this nectar.
Well, now, McDrouche is a friend of mine.
You know, that's not what he said last night.
That he wasn't a friend?
No, I mean that wasn't his name.
Oh, he probably called himself Michael Mahan or some such.
Yeah, that's right.
Sure, that's what he uses as a cover when he's out and about the town.
What is he, a secret agent, IRA or something?
Not him. He's all peace and goodwill. He's a leprechaun.
A leprechaun?
That's right.
Oh, God, come on, Uncle Terence. Stop pulling my leg. Michael Mahan was no leprechaun.
Did he have a little green bowler?
Well, I don't know if you could call it green. It was
green.
Old.
And did he have pointy little ears just under his hat rim at the top, like?
Well, as a matter of fact, medically, I was interested because the auricular cartilage was strangely shaped.
The what was what?
At the top of his ears.
There. You see? There's your answer. Enough to convince an American. Anyway, your friend the leprechaun sent me a message in a way that we have. And that's
this
how
must be the greatest put-on of all time. You're not going to tell me you're a leprechaun, too.
Oh, no. I'm more of a banshee, you might call me, but with special privileges. Oh, yes, quite special. But that can wait. Oh, Mariner.
Oh, is this where my aunt and uncle live?
It is.
Sean and Mary Daly?
That's who they are.
Are they expecting me?
Lord bless you, no, but you'll be welcome, son, as welcome as the flowers in May. Here, take your bags and jump on down.
Well, aren't you coming in with me to introduce me?
Well, sure, you're a nice, well-mannered lad, and you'll manage by yourself. For it's time enough to put Maureen and the cart and myself away till any of us is needed. God hold you in his pocket till we meet again.
We are going to, aren't we?
Oh, yes, indeed. I don't know how 'tis to be arranged, but I have plans for you and the future of more than one.
At the moment he was calling it back to me, the twilight was upon us. It must have been some trick of the rising evening mist, but I swear, before he reached the corner of the building, Uncle Terence, the old-fashioned cart, and Maureen, who pulled it, seemed to disappear in the gathering gloom.
Good evening to you, young gentlemen.
Excuse me, are you, by any chance, Mrs. Sean Daly?
I am that.
Did you have a brother who emigrated to America called Thomas Mackin?
I did. And you're from America?
Yeah.
You couldn't be... Is it Brian
That's
you
right.
are? Brian Mackin, whose mother was Margaret Denise.
That's me. Hi, Aunt Mary.
Oh, Brian. Oh, me darling boy, me darling boy. Oh, forgive me. Come in. Sean, will you look who's here? It's Tommy's son and Margaret's. This is your Uncle Sean.
Well, 'tis a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, sit down. Sean, take the boys' bags.
Yes.
How did you ever find us? Oh, it's been years since we lost track. Sean and me had to move so sudden like, and our letters seemed to go astray. Now tell me about Tom and Margaret.
Well, Mother and Dad both died suddenly within a month of each other. I've been so busy burying myself in schoolwork, I didn't... I let everything else go.
Oh, you poor darling. Oh, if I'd known. Oh, you must tell us all about it.
Can I get you a wee nip to settle you?
Oh, no, thanks. I'm learning to be careful of Irish nips.
Well, then I'll get you something to eat. Now, you'll stay the night with us in a few days.
Sure, I've got till the weekend before I have to catch my plane home.
Oh.
Anyway, I'll wait to have dinner with all of you. Aunt Mary, Uncle Sean, and Uncle Terence.
Uncle who?
Uncle Terence. He met me at the station, brought me here. I'd never have found you without him. He just went to put the horse and cart away.
A little mare. with one black eye and one white?
Yeah, that's Maureen.
And did you expect to meet him at the station?
No, he absolutely floored me. I mean, the only reason I came to Ballinasloe was because I found an old card from you to Mother with a postmark. I was just taking a wild stab in the dark that someone might know about you or where you live. I wanted to... Well, I mean, as far as I know, you are my only living relative.
Oh, we are, darling, we are.
Well, I didn't know about Uncle Terence, and, well...
And what, Brian? You can be free with us.
Well, I don't know what to say. He talked about leprechauns and banshees, you know, that sort of thing. Well, I might have thought he was a little, I guess you'd say touched, except for... Well, I shouldn't talk this way. I loved him. He was fun and amusing, full of a wonderful zest for life, but sort of scary, too. Is he the same at home here?
Oh, he can be all of those, though we don't see much of it anymore. Uncle Terence is a great problem to us.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Nothing to do with you.
You know, I hope you won't tell him some of the things I just said or intimated. When he comes in for dinner, I mean.
He won't be here for dinner.
Oh, I thought he lived here.
Well, so he does, in a sort of way.
I think it's time that we told the boy the truth, Sean, as best we can.
Yes. Well, you had a good long look at Uncle Terence. You wouldn't forget him.
Oh, no, never.
Look behind the picture and make sure...
Yes, he's back again. Now, come here. You see this portrait, Brian? Now, would that be Uncle Terence?
Oh, yeah, that's him. That's him to the life.
You're not exactly. The gentleman you are looking at has been dead these 35 years.
What?
The only problem is that he won't stay decently in his grave.
So Brian Mackin has come all the way to Ireland to find a real uncle and aunt. And in addition, a quite unreal uncle. A man who appears to be able to rise from the grave full-bodied by the mere device of having his portrait turned to the wall. No wonder Brian is convinced that it's all illusionary, a pipe dream programmed by that potent poteen. And yet, this is only the beginning. I'll be back shortly with Act 2. Back again to our world of fantasy and a young American trapped in a web of superstition, illusion, or perhaps just the spell the Emerald Island can weave so easily about any visitor to its shores. Still, whatever doubts and fears he may have taken to bed with him, they are all dispelled by a glorious sunrise that wakes him up with cockcrow.
My window faced to the east, with the sun streaming in and striking shafts of golden light from a blue river a few miles away. I climbed out of the host of warm blankets and quilt that covered my bed. The room was cold enough for me to seek the sun's warmth directly. And it was there, at the window, I first saw Sheila. She was not a small girl. She was tall and sturdy, but she walked as though each footfall was no heavier than a feather landing on the ground. She had long brown hair and purple eyes, with a wide mouth that, well, once I saw it break in a smile, made me make up my mind this was going to be my gal. Since she was approaching the house carrying a basket, I don't suppose I ever dressed faster in my life to get down in time not to miss meeting her.
Good morning, Brian, and did you sleep well?
Oh, yes, the best sleep I've had since I can remember.
Sure, it was a short enough one, and you so tired.
Well, that cock was crowing, and...
that old rooster, he's an old fake. Small use he is to hens anymore, his best days being over. Never a chick in the last 2 years. There's not over 4 or 5 layers we have left. So Sheila here and me, we have a bargain. Oh, you'll not have met Sheila O'Shaughnessy from the next farm over. Sheila, This is my nephew, all the way from the United States of America.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mr.
Mackin. Brian Mackin.
Oh, it's a good West Country name. Mr. Mackin.
Yeah, well, my grandfather came from here. From Galway, I mean. They say he was quite a bully boy.
Aye. Well, those days are past, praise be. Still, the way things are, we were better off with a shillelagh than a gun.
Oh, well, I couldn't agree with you more. Anyone who plans to be a doctor...
Is that what you're away to be?
Well, I already am. I mean, I've graduated and have my license. Now I have to intern and be a hospital resident for a few years till I start out on my own.
Oh, that's grand. I have a great admiration for doctors.
No, then this'll have to hold, or the bread'll burn up on us. And I want you to get it home with a little heat left in it.
This is Mrs. Daly's bargain with me. I bring her a basket of eggs, and she bakes the most delicious bread this side of heaven.
Here's the basket. Keep the towel tucked in good and tight, man.
Never fear.
That's a heavy basket. Why don't I carry it for you to your house?
I was going to give you your breakfast.
Yeah, well, it'll wait. I always like a little exercise before I eat.
Well, you'll be after getting that all right. It's a good 1.5 miles to Sheila's place, and a road like a switchback all the way.
Oh, the basket is nothing. It's light as a feather.
No, I really would like a walk, if you don't object.
I don't object. I've a curious turn of mind, and I'd like to hear all about America.
Oh, what I'd really like you to be able to do is to show it to you, but why don't you show me Ireland first?
Yeah. Was that Sheila O'Shaughnessy then?
The same.
Oh, now, damn it. Why didn't she wait long enough for me to get down and get my little morning peck on the cheek, huh?
Sure, she has little interest in an old gaffer like you. But you should have seen her reaction to Brian and his to her.
Well, will you look at the two of them? She's over shoulder high to him. Oh, what a fine couple they'd make.
Don't I know it? And don't I know just as well I should never have let the boy go off with even a pinch of hope in his heart, knowing she can't ever be for him.
And is it really true that in Chicago they have a building that's 96 whole stories high in the air?
Oh, yeah, that's true enough. That's so damn high that half the time the people on the top floors can't tell what to wear when they go out.
Well, how is that?
Well, you see, it's air-conditioned. And when the cloud cover is low, they can't see down to the street, so they don't know if it's raining or snowing or cold or hot or what.
Will you just imagine that now? Living above the clouds. It'd be a sort of fairyland.
Well, nothing like the one you live in here. Right on the ground.
Sure. Air is lovely. But there are other lovely places in the world I'd want to see.
Hey, you know a lot about America anyway.
Well, I watch the telly, you know. And I read a lot. And Oh, here. It's winded you are. I'll slow down a bit.
This is damn hills. Up and down like a roller coaster.
That's what Mrs. Daly meant by a switchback.
I'm surprised to find myself so out of condition.
Will you be staying with the Dalys for a while?
On one condition.
What's that?
That you'll take another walk with me. Tomorrow's Saturday. We could take a picnic lunch along and climb that mountain over there.
Oh, I'm afraid I couldn't do that.
You have another date?
No, it's not that. It's... Oh, you see, my dad's dead, and it's just my mother and me, and she's half crippled with rheumatism.
Oh.
I couldn't be leaving her all alone all that time. And then there's the farm chores to be done.
Well, I could come over and help you get those out of the way.
Dr. Mackin.
Brian?
Well, it's a bit soon and all, but if you want, Brian. Oh, it's just no good. It's not the way it should be.
You don't want to go with me. Is that it, Sheila?
Sheila. I do want to, Brian, I do.
Oh, well, then come.
It'd be my only chance, now. I'll meet you. Here, by this brig we're about to cross. And before dawn tomorrow, so we'll not be seen. We'll spend a whole long, lovely day together. with no one the wiser.
But can't I tell Uncle Sean and Aunt Mary?
Oh, don't tell anyone. It's our secret.
But the picnic.
I'll take care of that. Now, you leave me here till tomorrow at, say, 4:30.
Well, whatever you say. Sheila.
I know. So do I. God help the both of us.
She was gone in a second, with that light, loping stride that covered ground almost as fast as a man running. I watched her as long as I could, away down that dusty, twisting, hilly road, appearing and disappearing, till at last she was out of sight. But not out of mind. Never out of mind. Sheila. Just her name was a song of love. I walked back on air, but fortunately, as it turned out, as I came back in the house, the first thing my eye fell on was the portrait of Uncle Terence, and for the moment, Sheila was out of my mind. Oh, no, thanks. I couldn't eat another thing. Now, the only thing I'm hungry for now is information.
About Sheila, is that you mean?
Sheila? No. I'd rather find out about her directly.
Brian, about Sheila. Maybe I ought to tell you something.
No, Uncle, I'd rather for the moment stick to Uncle Terence. Now, you said he's been dead for nearly 35 years.
Oh, yeah, 2 years almost to the day before that portrait was painted. He died in 1940.
Now, are you sure of that?
Oh, sure, I know it well. I was just a slip of a girl not married to Sean yet. But it was the biggest wake this part of Galway has ever seen. 'Tis a pity he couldn't have enjoyed it for himself. He always was the life and soul of them, with his stories and all.
Yes, he does dearly love a wake, just as much as a wedding.
I did, Sean.
Did what?
Did love a wake.
But
now, look, I saw him last night. I talked to him. He brought me here.
Now, lad, you'll have to remember, you had a wee drop taken, and poteen can scramble a man's brains.
I can't believe that the drip... How did Uncle Terence die?
A hero at Dunkirk.
Dunkirk?
He was in the First World War, you know, in the Navy. And nothing would do, but he ought to be in the last big one, too.
But a man 60 years old, they wouldn't take him.
No.
So he joined up with the Home Guard. When the retreat at Dunkirk came, with his Navy experience, he was taking a boat back and forth the whole 3 days.
And when he saw that it would be his last trip, he found one of the fighting boys to take his ship back and gave up his own place to stay behind with a machine gun.
The last boat out, just ahead of the Jerry's, brought him back. They say he had more lead in him than salt in a full salt cellar.
But his finger was still wrapped around the trigger of his gun.
It was a sad wake, that, Uncle Terence's. The only sad one I'd ever been to. Although none of them are the same without him to keep the jokes flying.
Even Mahan had naught but sorrow in him. Him who always had a twinkle in his eye. I remember him just standing in front of the portrait there. Just standing. Not even drinking from his glass.
And do you remember what he said? It was this. He says, a broth of a boy, Terence, me bucko. And you should have lived 100 years. Well, don't you worry. We'll see you do.
I always wondered what he meant by that.
Well, now, don't you see? If he was McDrewish, if Mahan was a real leprechaun...
Now, tush, boy. Don't let our Irish fancies run off with you. Sure, all he meant was he wouldn't be soon forgotten. Well, now, I have to be off to work, and Mary has things to do, and Brian.
Yeah.
Don't dwell on Uncle Terence. Find some other thoughts to fill your head.
Yes, I have. I have.
And that's the Great Bog to the north. Don't ever go near there, Brian.
Why not, Sheila?
Once the peat catches you, you'll never get free. And they say it'll swallow a man in less than a minute. To the southwest are the rest of the Schlevachti Mountains, the ones we're in now. And away down there, to the southeast, is the River Shannon.
What's the matter? Are you cold?
How could I be cold with your arm about me? Bold. That's what I am. Bold.
Because you love me. And how could you be bashful with a man who loves you now, tomorrow, and forever? I just can't believe my luck.
Don't.
Don't what?
Ah, Brian Boyne, don't say anything else. It's all been madness from the start.
Love from the start.
For us, the same thing. I should never have allowed you to. But I wanted. I loved. And sure, God can't punish me too deep for just one day of all I've dreamed. Kiss me. We've got to go. It's twilight already.
Oh, just a little longer. And what about tomorrow?
We have no tomorrows. Just kiss me. Goodbye, my love. Goodbye, Brian. Goodbye.
Again, she was gone from me on the wind, gliding and leaping down the mountain, picnic basket in hand, as sure-footed and graceful as a mountain goat. Sheila! Sheila! Wait! She didn't stop to look back, and I plunged down after her, recklessly and clumsily as a boar. I hadn't gone 50 yards before I caught my foot on some trailing root, falling heavily and knocking myself stone cold for a moment. By the time I came to, she was gone from sight, and in the gathering darkness, limping heavily, it was all I could do to find my way back to the Daily Farm.
Brian, my darling, there you are. Sure, we thought you might be lost in the dark.
Yeah, I'm lost in the dark, all right, Aunt Mary. Now, look, I don't know if it's another of your Irish fantasies or what.
Oh, where have you been all day, lad? Oh, and you're hurt. Yeah. Sean, come in here.
Oh, well, I'm coming, Mary. Wait, you sound as though someone put the fear of God in you.
Yes.
What's happened at all?
It's Brian, he's hurt.
What?
And more than physically, I'm thinking, were you with Sheila O'Shaughnessy this day?
Yes, I was. And I love her. And I know she loves me.
Oh.
But she's told me goodbye. Why? I mean, am I crazy? Is she just another figment of my imagination?
Oh, you see, Sean, I told you we should have told the boy the truth.
Yeah, well, better late than never. Sheila is engaged to be married to Malachi Malloy.
Well, is that all?
Huh?
Well, then all she has to do is break it.
No, she has a marriage contract.
Well, surely that has no real legal standing.
Today, no. Except, well, you see, a few years ago, Sheila's father had a heart attack. He got into financial difficulties, and the only way out was through Malloy, the loan shark. He lent him the money in exchange for his daughter when she became 21. Well, sure, Joe thought he could have things straightened out before then, but he suddenly had a second attack and died.
Yeah, well, I'll pay the money back.
Have you got it?
Well, no, not right now, but as soon as...
Oh, no good for Malachi Malloy. Besides, you make so much as one move at Sheila, and in this county, he'd have his woolly boys sew you in a sack and bury you in the peat bog. And the wedding is day after tomorrow.
Now, look, just wait a minute. I mean, this is crazy. This is the 20th century. I'm an American citizen. Must be something I can do. What the devil was that?
Oh, it's Uncle Terence. He wants out again. The Lord knows what he'll stir up this time, but there's no way to stop the man.
So, here we are back again about where we started. Or are we? But what can Uncle Terence do or undo, even supposing that's what he's after? Still, why couldn't it be, since he's now well established as a denizen of the afterworld? I'll return shortly with Act 3. It was W.S. Gilbert, probably the finest lyricist of all time, who wrote of John Wellington Wells that he was a dealer in magic and spells, in blessings and curses, and ever-filled purses, in prophecies, witches, and knells. I mention him only because it brings us back to our story of magic, fantasy, and, so far, pleasant sorcery. But will it remain that way as Uncle Terence's picture rocks on the wall, and once again we hear the eldritch scream of the banshee wail?
I'll turn the picture to the wall.
But if he's going to appear, 'twill only be to the one who turns the picture.
I think this time we'd better let it be Brian.
Now, look, I'm not going to ask any questions anymore. Just leave me alone. I'll turn the picture.
But Brian...
Come away, Mary. We're out of this entirely.
All right, Uncle Terence, or whoever you are, I am about to turn the picture. And all I say is, you get me Sheila, or show me how to get her. And I don't care what the price is, short of my immortal soul, and I'll pay that gladly. Here you go.
Who wants your immortal soul?
Where are you?
Turn around. You have eyes, haven't you? Sitting right here in the fireplace nook.
Oh, what are you? Fact or fiction?
Oh, why now, in a manner of speaking, I'd say somewhere in between.
Well, does it make any sense to talk to you?
All the sense in the world.
Even suppose I believed, if you're a banshee.
Now, what's the matter with a banshee?
Well, it's evil, isn't it?
The abysmal ignorance of the word. A banshee, young man, is a domestic spirit devoted to the care of its own particular family.
Oh, well, are you going to help Sheila and me?
Oh, sure, I'm going to do my best, but I'm not infallible. We'll have to be quick and nimble as the devil on this one.
Well, why can't I just go to this Malachi Malloy and straighten it out, man to man?
To begin with, did you ever see him?
No.
Oh, he's formidable, lad. No doubt of that. The man is a giant, and he's made of steel.
Well, look, whose side are you on, mine or his?
Easy, lad, easy. Am I not the banshee, and aren't you one of the family? Besides, he's a black Irisher if there ever was one. But I've got to take thought on this, if you're to have the chance I brought you here for in the first place.
You brought me here?
Well, sure, you didn't think as an American you'd have enough sense to get here and pick the right Irish girl for yourself. Now, let me go on back up to my frame and get everything shipshape and squared away. I'll see you on the morrow. And, psst, watch your step.
Uncle Sean and Mary were off to bed by the time our conference was through. I was grateful. I didn't want to talk about Sheila or her intended husband any more that night. I hoped to sleep, but I tossed and turned till morning, and then made the mistake of stepping outside the house for a breath of air. Coming down the road towards me was a great mountain of a man, all covered with black hair wherever his clothes didn't conceal it. And one thing his clothes could not conceal were the bulging muscles that strained at every seam. He was a good 5 inches taller than I was and 30 pounds heavier. And
would you be the American Brian Mackin?
That's my name.
I'm Malachi Malloy.
Well, I kind of guessed that.
I'm of the understanding that you took my intended bride up the mountain yesterday.
Well, she was kind enough to take me up for a picnic and show me the countryside.
A picnic, was it? And the grass stains all over her dress? I should have brought a whip. But instead, I'm going to beat you with my bare hands.
Malachi, don't.
Now, you stay out of this, Sheila.
What's going on, Brian?
No, it's just a little something between me and Mr. Malloy.
Oh, the Lord be praised. Keep them apart or kill him.
No.
Don't touch him, Malachi.
Now, you stay back, woman, or I'll kill him. Now, put your hands up, Mackin.
If God always defends the right, he was out for breakfast that morning. Now, I'm not exactly a patsy, and I usually can take care of myself in a fight. But this was a Willie Pap against a Marciano. He just made hamburger of me until he stopped and turned with me lying at his feet.
Have you learned a lesson as well as him, Sheila girl? If you haven't,
I'll beat him to death. I'll make sure he never rises again.
Oh, in sweet Mary's name, leave him be, Malachi. I'll marry no one but you if you'll just leave him be.
All right, so be it. Now get out of this country tonight, Machen, or I'll wring your neck like a chicken's.
Oh. Who's that?
Open the window and let me in. Quick now, I'm fading in the daylight.
Uncle Terence, it's a picture.
Now watch out. Let me in there. And close those curtains before I disappear entirely. There, now, sure, that's better that is.
What are you? You're just a portrait. And how could you get to the second floor window?
Whisht, my warning. The only trouble I ever found with a girl is they talk too much. The answer to it all is I'm a banshee, and I look out for my own. Brian is one of them.
Oh, how is he? Was he sore hurt?
Oh, a few bruises and maybe he lost a tooth or cracked a rib. But what's that to a broken heart? You should know. Am I right?
If you mean the way I feel. I was getting ready to tie a sack of potatoes around my neck, throw myself in the Shannon.
Well, now, that'd be a whole lot of help. Now, I have a better idea. How would you like to meet Brian at Clonmelly's Gate on the way into the Great Bog tonight at midnight?
I can't. I can't do it. I owe my father his debts. And besides, Malachi would kill him.
All right. Spare me all the melodramatics. What I mean is, how would you like to convince that hickory-headed, lame-brained Malachi that's what you plan to do?
Why?
Now, what is a banshee for? Will you let me take care of the arrangements from then on?
I will, Uncle Terence. I will.
And, if I'm successful, will you let me give you away when you marry Brian?
How could a banshee do that?
Oh, you let me handle that, too. Just say yes.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes.
Is that the banshee himself?
Is it the leprechaun? God save you, McGrush.
God save you, Terence Christine.
Come here, Brian. Get us a firefly there so we can see what we're at. There, now. That's better. Do you see what Malachi did to the lad?
Oh, what do you want, right, Brian?
Yeah, well, I took a good beating, but I'll live. It's nice to see you again, Mr. Mahan.
Yeah, no. Now, we all know what to do.
Yeah, I just show myself in the moonlight with you in that cape and hood, and then...
And then McGrush will dematerialize you back to the farm.
Right.
And Malachi will have no one to chase but me, thinking I'm Sheila. I'll tell you all the rest later. You have the shoes, McGrush?
Just the one. You know, we leprechauns never make but one magic shoe.
Well, no matter. I can hop like a toad long enough until he's well in the bog. Psst. Now, 'tis midnight. Here he comes. Send Brian home, McGrush. And give me the shoe. And off I go.
Sheila, I warn you. Wait for me. So you tried to slip away with your lighter love, But you won't get away from me so easy. Where are you leading me? Well, we're in the bog. I'm caught. I'm sinking. Sheila, help me. I'm sinking in the bog. Now come back. Now there's a darling girl. You wouldn't let me go down to a dark, murky death, you that knows every path and every... Well, that's not you. It can't be. The bogles have a hold on me. It's Terence Cruskin. And who's that wee man beside you?
Oh, a little friend. One of the wee green men. Here we are, your nemesis or your saviors. And which would you want us to be?
Oh, Lord alive! Save me! I'm up to my waist already.
That's no problem. A little piece of paper. And since it's hard to read in the moonlight, I'll give you the gist, as they say. I, Malachy Malloy, hereby legally and completely accept the fact that all debts or claims against Thomas O'Shaughnessy are revoked and considered null and void.
This is blackmail.
So was what you did to my friend. And the bog is even blacker and you're sinking even deeper.
All right, I'll sign.
But there's a wee bit more.
What?
I also cancelled the marriage contract between myself and Sheila O'Shaughnessy, and in consequence of my breach of promise, I award her the sum of £2,000 to see her and her mother started off in a new country. In exchange, I would accept the farm, now mortgaged to me, and etc., etc., etc.
For God's sake, stop talking. I'm up to my chest already. I'll sign anything.
But would you live up to it? Now, there's the real stuff.
Please.
You wouldn't have any idea now of attacking young Brian again.
No.
Should we trust him, do you think, McGroosh?
Sure. He's an Irishman after all. And get one in trouble enough, and you never have to worry.
Goodbye. Happy future
Don't
to
forget
you.
to send pictures
Yes,
of the
right.
wedding.
No, goodbye.
Sorry I have to leave. I have to get back for my job.
We're sorry too, but we'll take care of Mother O'Shaughnessy till you're married and have a place to stay.
Well, Mary, all's well that ends well, but who'd have thought it?
You said they made a wonderful couple.
I'll never understand how Malachy suddenly got so generous.
I'll never understand why, but I can guess how.
What do you mean?
Take a look. We're going to have to get a new picture to hang over the fireplace.
Oh, now what's it doing turned to the wall again? What's he up to now?
Tisn't turned to the wall.
Huh?
It's just a blank canvas.
What do you mean?
Have a look for yourself.
Holy mother, it's blank on both sides. Where's Uncle Terence?
I've a feeling he's off to America. He always did want to see the United States. Well, we can leave it up to Sheila and Brian to worry about him now.
You can believe it or not, but to the best of my knowledge, that's the way it happened. And if there was a lot of magic in it, there's just as much in love. The exact quote doesn't spring to mind for the moment, but the burden of it is that no matter what happens, love will find a way. I'll be back shortly. Brian and Sheila were married a month later in the States. Everyone who was there agreed they were as handsome a couple as you could ask for. But the real hit of the celebration was a shortish, ruddy-faced little gentleman with an Irish accent to go with his Irish face and his Irish wit. It was sad that he died so soon after the wedding, but it was hard to cry for him, remembering all the laughs he brought with him. Our cast included Paul Hecht, Virginia Payne, Jada Rowland, Leon Janney, and Ian Martin. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams. in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Torture is my subject this time around. Oh, don't be alarmed. I have no intention of shocking you with unmentionable horrors. For you see, there are all sorts of torments invented by man to bedevil his fellow man, and perhaps the most subtle of these is man's fear of the unknown. We are so constructed, it seems to me, that we can almost always cope with the known, whatever it may be. But when we don't know what lies ahead, what nameless nightmare may await, well, let's illustrate with Todd Stearns and his wife, Tammy.
Todd, what if you told them what they want to know?
It could mean the end of this country, Tammy. It could mean the end of the world.
The world?
The world.
Mr. X mentioned torture, didn't he?
Yes.
Will you be able to stand it?
I think so. Once I know what it is. But Mr. X is clever. He won't tell me. He knows that not knowing, that's the worst torture of all.
Our mystery drama, The Pit and the Pendulum, was especially adapted from the Edgar Allan Poe classic For the Mystery Theater by George Lothar and stars Tony Roberts and Marion Seldes. It's nothing new to say that men, and women too, have successfully endured the worst of physical pain one can imagine. But mental pain, I'm told, is something else again. Those skilled in the art of extracting information well know that physical force will often succeed, but that mental force will always succeed. Why not employ it at once, then? Because it requires great skill, exquisite subtlety, and is in consequence far more difficult to use. Be all this as it may, such thoughts held little, if any, interest for Todd and Tammy Stearns as they drove in an official government limousine toward the airport of a large city.
You really shouldn't have come to see me off this time, Tammy.
Break my record. I've gone to the airport with you every time you've made one of your mysterious, deep, dark, secret trips. Ever since we were married 4 years ago.
Yeah, but with Jill down with a cold...
Well, Anna could certainly take care of her for an hour or two. Todd?
Yes?
You're going to be all right, aren't you?
What makes you ask a silly question like that?
It isn't silly, and you know it. These trips you make abroad every now and then. Well, I don't know what they're all about. I've never known.
Because I've never told you, and I never will. The less you know, the better off you'll be.
Well, I'm not asking you to tell me. I know you won't. But it's not knowing that makes me bite my nails till you come safely back home.
I'm sorry, sweetheart, but that's funny.
What?
I don't think we're not. Driver? Driver, why did you take the left turn? You're heading away from the airport, not toward it.
Good heavens, Todd, we are at that.
Driver, answer me. Why?
Todd, look. The glass panel's sliding up.
What the devil is this? Driver, what in blazes is going on?
He's just not paying attention. He's not even turning around.
I don't understand this. Driver! Damn it!
He's stopping for a red light, Todd. Let's get out.
And fast. It's locked. Both doors are locked, and I can't open them.
Todd, what does this mean?
I don't like to think what it means, Tammy. But I sure wish you hadn't come along this time.
Oh, come in, Mr. Stearns, come in. Sit down, Mr. Stearns. Make yourself comfortable.
What have you done with my wife?
Oh, she's safe and comfortable. There's nothing for you to worry about, I assure you. Would you care for a drink?
As a matter of fact, I could use one. If it isn't drugged.
Drugged? That's a fanciful idea.
It's no more fanciful than kidnapping me. Who are you? What's this all about?
As to who I am, you can call me Mr. X.
Oh, Mr. X. Come on, you can't be for real. How corny can you get?
It's corny, I admit, but it's also safer. Infinitely safer than any name I might use. You see, X is an unknown quantity. As for what this is all about, your drink.
Thanks. What is this all about?
Oh, come now, Mr. Stearns. Todd, if I may. You know what it's about.
I'm afraid not.
You're lying, of course, but... Well, no sense wasting valuable time fencing with each other, so I'll tell you. I represent a group that's in the business of selling top-secret information of one country to another. You're in the business of conveying top-secret information from this country to another. The reason you were kidnapped and brought here was because we want the top secret you were presently on your way to deliver to... Well, you know where.
I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
Now, let's not fence, please. I know that you are on your way abroad with the formula for a new bacterial gas, which would easily tip the balance of power in favor of the country possessing it.
Oh, and my government is willing to hand over a weapon as vital and deadly as this to another government?
It is, and you know why. The pact between the two governments to keep each other informed and thus hopefully to maintain a balance of power.
You know, you've been seeing too many James Bond movies.
Now stop it, Todd. I want the formula, and I mean to have it.
Well, you won't get it from me because I haven't got it. As I guess you know, your muscle men searched me thoroughly and found nothing.
I didn't expect they would. I'd have been very surprised, indeed shocked, if you'd been carrying such a formula worth untold millions on your person instead of in your head.
In my head?
Precisely. Todd, I'm authorized to offer you $50,000 for the formula.
For a formula you've just told me can be sold for untold millions?
All right. How much do you want?
It's an academic question, Mr. X, since I don't have the formula.
Would you consider 100,000?
I haven't got the formula you're talking about.
This is a tape recorder. I'm going to leave you here alone for 15 minutes. When I return, I hope you will have been sensible enough to record the formula for me.
Look, I assure
Help
you...
yourself to the liquor. And, of course, you won't try to escape. As you see, there are no windows and only one door. And please, no more nonsense about your not having the formula. You have it, Todd. You have it as surely as we have your wife. Mrs. Stearns, I see you've been made comfortable.
What have you done with my husband? Where is he?
Now, there's no need to distress yourself, Mrs. Stearns. Tammy, if I may. Todd is presently as safe and as comfortable as you are. Oh, I see that you're drinking tea. Would you like another cup?
What is all this? Why were we brought here? Please,
calm
explain.
yourself, I beg you. You're in no danger.
My husband?
Nor is he. He's perfectly safe and unharmed at the moment.
At the moment? What do you mean by that?
Well, nothing more nor less than what I said. Tell me, how much do you know about Todd's affairs?
His affairs?
His work, his career, the duties he performs for our government.
Nothing. Except he's an undersecretary. Well, in some department or other. I don't even know that.
That seems rather hard to believe. Married 4 years and you don't even know what department he works for?
No.
You never bothered to ask?
Well, yes.
And?
Todd made plain to me he wouldn't tell me and that I was not to ask.
You love Todd, of course.
Of course.
How much do you love him?
I love him. I can't say more than that.
I think you can. I think you can say a good deal more than that. For instance, do you love him enough to suffer pain for him, a great deal of pain?
What kind of question is that?
Oh, just answer it. Well?
But I can't answer it. How would I know how much pain I could stand until I was standing it?
Yeah, you have a point. Be interesting, though, wouldn't, to find out how much you do love Todd, how much pain you could endure.
I don't know why you're threatening me.
Threatening you, Tammy? No, not at all. Our discussion is purely theoretical, at least at this time.
At least at this time. For the present. Why, you're threatening me even now. You're torturing at me by hinting at... I don't know what.
Well, let's hope there'll be no need for you to find out. Come in now, Miss C. Thank you. Stay here with her. You know what to do with her if I send the signal.
Do what? What are you going to do to me if he sends a signal? Well, answer me. Please. Please answer me. What?
The tape is blank, Todd. You recorded nothing.
There's nothing to record.
Nothing.
If there is a formula such as you speak of, I've never heard of it. Now, why don't you just knock off this nonsense and let me and my wife get out of here?
Simply because there is a formula and you carry it in your head and you are going to dictate it into this machine before I'm through with you and your wife.
Tammy has nothing to do with this.
Hasn't she?
She has only the vaguest idea of what I do at the department, if she has any idea at all. Even if I had memorized a formula, which I haven't, I'd never have told her about it.
And why not?
Why not?
Because your work is precisely what I say it is? Top secret, high security?
No.
Then why wouldn't you tell her? You love her, don't you?
Of course.
Then surely you trust her.
Certainly I trust her.
But not enough to let her know what you do? Oh, you underrate her, Todd. You really do. That woman would do anything for you. Suffer untold pain for you.
What do you mean by that? Suffer untold pain for me?
Well, nothing, really. She told me she would, that's all. Or what amounted to the same thing. It just happened to come up in our talk together.
When did you talk?
Only a few moments ago. I went to see her when I left you. Had a very nice chat with her, very interesting and informative chat.
About how much pain she could stand?
That was only a small part of what we talked about.
Now listen to me. She knows nothing.
Of course she doesn't. How could she? There's nothing to know, you say.
You harm her. And I warn you, Mr. X, or whatever you are. I warn you.
Todd, stop acting like a fool. Now, you know that you're helpless, and so is she. You also know that in one way or another you're going to give me that formula, so why not give it to me and save us all a lot of trouble, all three of us?
Three of us?
You, me, and Tammy. Now, here's the tape recorder. Begin. Very well. Come along with me, Todd.
Where to?
The cellar. There's something there I want to show you. Something I'm sure will change your mind. Here we are.
So, here we are.
Tell me what you see.
It's a room. Not a very big room. With aluminum walls. They look like aluminum anyway.
What else?
There's a hole. Big wide hole in the floor.
What else?
Nothing that I can see.
Look up. What do you see now?
Hanging. From the ceiling. It's about a foot from the ceiling.
Of what, Todd?
Looks like a headsman's axe. An oversized headsman's axe.
With a very sharp cutting edge. Razor sharp. Note how the light gleams off it. And now there's something more for you to see.
Tammy!
No. You stay here. She stays there, on the other side of the room.
Tammy, are you all right?
Yes, darling. Are you?
Sure.
Now, Todd, two questions. Have you ever heard of a torture called the Pendulum?
Yes.
And another called the Pit?
Is that the hole in the floor? A wide hole?
The Pit, yes. You have heard of it. You're not going to be sick, are you?
No.
Todd, don't make me subject you to the Pendulum. Especially don't make me subject you to the exquisite torment of the Pit. Above all, don't make me subject Tammy to either.
No, not Tammy. You...
That depends on you. Now, the formula, Todd. Will you give it to me? Or will you not?
If you were Todd Stearns, what would you do? Come, if you have the imagination I think you have, you are Todd Stearns, or Tammy Stearns. What would be your answer? What would you do? Think about it until I return for Act 2. In a room, a rather curious room, in the basement of an isolated country house, Todd and Tammy Stearns face a torture known as the Pit and the Pendulum. Face it, but need not undergo it if Todd will tell Mr. X what he wants to know. Reveal the formula he carries in his head for a new weapon of destruction, a bacterial gas. As Todd gazes across the yawning pit at his lovely wife on the other side, Mr. X repeats.
Once again, Todd, I know it's a difficult decision, but it is one that you must make. Will you give me the formula or not?
I told you I don't have
That's enough. You have the formula. You memorized it. I know that. So no more time-wasting nonsense. Which is it to be? Will you give me the formula without forcing me to torture it out of you, or must I use force?
I have nothing to tell you.
Perhaps if I explain how the pendulum works.
No need for that. I know.
But does Tammy know? Do you, Tammy?
No.
Tammy, look up toward the ceiling. That is a blade, you see, a blade shaped like a big headsman's axe, and it's razor sharp.
Don't listen to him, Tammy. He's trying to frighten you.
Exactly what I'm trying to do, Tammy, for reasons that are quite obvious, I should think. Wouldn't you?
Yes.
Now, that large razor-sharp blade, Tammy, is attached to a pendulum that swings back and forth and gets an inch lower on each swing.
An inch lower on each swing?
Yes. And so anyone strapped to that slab on the floor, look down now, Tammy, to the floor. You see the slab with the straps?
Yes.
Anyone strapped to that slab will, in time, be cut in half.
Tammy, don't listen.
Slowly. Cut in half slowly, Tammy.
You wouldn't. But you wouldn't, you please. You can't. You won't kill him.
Todd? Oh, gracious, no. He has what I want. I can't kill him unless we reach that perfectly wasteful moment when I have no option but to end this whole scene in death. No thought of killing him. You.
Oh, my God.
Tammy, did you hear me?
I heard you.
Then, my dear, would you try to do what I have failed to do? Convince your husband to give me the formula. Tammy.
How can I convince him if you couldn't?
Todd, have you no imagination whatever? Do you really think that you'll be able to watch Tammy killed before your eyes without breaking? No answer. Your silence could signify several possibilities. One, you're too shocked at the prospect to answer. Two, you could watch while your wife is slowly cut in half in agony, Todd. Three, you couldn't. Now which, Todd? Possibly even you don't know at this moment. Well, all right, I'll give you time to think it over, to talk it over, both of you. Miss Z, you know where to take Mrs. Stearns. Mr. Stearns and I will join you there shortly.
Todd, I love you.
And I love you, Tammy. I love you.
You love her. We'll see how much very soon now. Very soon.
Tammy, glass of champagne.
No, it would sicken me.
Me too. It just isn't a dinner they've spread before us. It's a gourmet's dream.
Or the condemned's last meal.
Yeah. Darling, we Bill, we've got to talk this out.
What is there to talk out? You've told me that the secret, the formula that you memorized, if it got into the wrong hands, it could mean the death of millions. And if you give it to Mr. X, it will certainly be in the wrong hands.
I don't know.
Well, what do you mean? The group he represents, they'd sell the formula to the highest bidder. They wouldn't care who, just so that they got their millions.
Well, maybe for once, just for once, I've got to think of us, not the world.
But we are the world.
I know that, too. You're involved now. This character X could torture me to death, and, well, I don't think I'd break. I don't think I would, but you can't tell till you're going through it. I've known agents who... Well, never mind. To face torture myself alone, that's one thing. But to watch you face it... Tammy, I couldn't bear that. Why are you looking at me like that?
You're going to have to bear it, Todd. You can't risk the lives of millions for one person, no matter how much you love her.
But that's the point I wanted to make. If I give X the formula...
Todd, you're not going to.
It doesn't mean that whoever buys it will use it to control the world. It could simply mean they would have a balance of power with us.
Instead of the government, whichever it is, you won't tell me, that already has a pact with us?
Sweetheart, I am just a courier. I'm not up there with the brass. A pact, well, it's supposed to mean what you think it means, but... Well, sometimes... I don't know. Sometimes I think all it means is that both countries have the same amount of clout and can't rip each other off. How do we get into this?
Because this is what it's all about.
No. What it's all about is you. You getting tortured is what it's about. Tammy, X is going to make me watch you on that slab as the pendulum comes closer, inch by inch. Darling, I won't be able to bear it.
I think you will. I know you will.
You're a lot surer than I am.
Oh, dear, what a pity. The champagne, the food, you've touched nothing.
Who is he?
Oh, a little quirk of mine. He fits in, don't you think? The black suit, the red hood with slits for eyes. Just right for an executioner.
Just right to scare the daylights out of your victims.
Exactly. Tammy, are you scared?
You better know it.
But you needn't be, you know. Not if you have succeeded where I failed. What is Todd's answer now?
You better ask Todd that.
Todd?
No. My answer is still no.
What point in it to undergo agony only to give in finally?
If one gives in.
You think you won't?
But you seem to forget. Todd's the one who has to give in. I don't have the formula, if there is one.
Think now, Tammy, think. You're lying strapped to that slab beneath the pendulum. You cannot move. Scarcely a muscle moves. You're looking up, staring at that great blade. It begins to move, back and forth, swinging and coming lower with each swing. Suddenly, time has sped by unaccountably. Suddenly, there it is, the blade, within inches of you now, within an inch, cutting through your dress, delicately cutting. And now, on the next swing, it is going to slice.
Stop it! Tammy, I can't let you do this.
I didn't think that you could. Bring the tape recorder.
Don't bother.
No?
Tammy!
Todd, this man is a phony. I'll stake my life on it. You're trying to scare Todd into giving you the secret formula. But if your scare fizzles...
I won't go through with this thing. I won't.
Well, I don't think you will.
In that case, finish your champagne, and we'll proceed. Todd, one final chance.
Mr. X, it's senseless.
Makes plenty of sense to me. It would if I were in your shoes. That woman, that lovely, exceptional woman you were lucky enough to marry, lies strapped to the slab. When I give the nod to our red-hooded executioner, he'll press the button that starts the pendulum. Once started, it can't be stopped.
Can't?
No. It goes right on, down, and through. Should you change your mind, it had better not be at the last moment. It had better be in time for the executioner to pull her out from under the blade.
Tammy!
Don't give in, Todd. Don't.
You leave me no choice. I must...
Do it. Damn it. Damn you. Go on and do it.
Very well. I give the nod. It's begun its swing. You see it, Tom? Back and forth. Back and forth. An inch lower with each swing. Here.
That's the microphone to the tape recorder.
Take it. Use it. Tell the formula.
What is he saying to you? What is that he just handed you? A microphone?
Yes. It's the mic of the tape recorder.
Oh, Todd, don't.
You'll die if I don't.
Then I'll die. I'd rather die. Me than a whole world.
I can't let you. I can't let you.
If you can't let her speak, you got the mic in your hand, start talking.
No. What's left if I do? What's left?
What?
She loves me. If I let her down, if I save her life and lose a million others, she'll hate me. What'll be left to me then?
There are other women.
You filthy... There are no other women. There's only Tammy. For me. Oh, my dearest, you are right. We've got to go through with this. For them.
I've met fools in my time, but you... It's within inches, 3 at most from her body. Now 2. 1. Cutting her dress now. You see? And the next cut. Talk, you fool, talk fast!
The bacterial equation!
It's no!
What is it? The equation before it's too late. What?
What indeed? A man and a woman, just another man and woman like you, like me, stand ready to sacrifice, or not sacrifice, their own lives for others. Certainly the woman does. The man? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when I return for Act 3. I have said that there are all sorts of torture, limitless degrees of mental and physical torment. And of these, mental anguish is worst of all. There are some who can stand physical pain better than mental, and vice versa. Moments ago, we wondered, would Todd Stearns break under the strain of watching the torment of his wife, Tammy? Would Tammy? Well, let's find out.
Todd.
What?
You fainted.
Fainted? Tammy. I remember now. The pendulum. Blade descending closer and closer, cutting through a dress. Is she
what?
Dead! Damn you, is she dead?
The tape recorder is right there in front of you. Dictate the formula.
Answer me. Is Tammy dead?
Dictate the formula.
No.
You will, if you want the answer to whether your wife is dead or alive.
Oh, no. If she's dead, then at least she's safe from you.
Ah, but if she's alive... I see it in your eyes, the agony of not knowing. Dictate.
No.
You got more guts than I thought.
Oh, no. I'm as much a coward as the next man. But you made a mistake when you left Tammy and me alone together for those few hours.
Oh?
It's a funny thing, but I don't know why. Maybe it was just facing our last hours on Earth together, but we really got to know each other for the first time in our 4 years of marriage.
I made a mistake?
You made a mistake. You're licked. Dead or alive, Tammy licked you, and dead or alive, I won't let her down.
I see. Excuse me. Bring her in.
Tammy. Oh, Tammy, thank God you're alive.
Oh, darling, oh, darling.
Are you all right?
Darling.
You aren't harmed. You're all
No,
right.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
No, you're not. Your hands, I can feel your hands. They're shaking.
I'll calm down, then I'll be all right.
Not if Todd goes on refusing to give me that formula.
Then you haven't given it to him.
No.
Oh, I'm so glad, darling. I'm so glad.
Your happiness is doomed to a short life, because I assure you Todd is going to do what I ask.
No, not Todd.
Oh, yes. Let me say that I admire you, both of you. And you have every reason to be proud of this man you married.
Well, I am very.
But he is not a Superman. He has his breaking point, as all men do. I haven't succeeded in reaching that point, that's all. But unless he dictates the formula he carries in his head, I shall take final steps to reach his breaking point, and yours, quickly. Oh, by the way, your little girl, Jill.
What about her?
I thought you'd want to know. Your housekeeper, Anna, sent for the doctor a little while ago.
Why?
Is she worse?
I don't know. All I have is the report that the doctor was sent for.
You dirty rat.
Now, slowly, Todd. Physical violence will get you nowhere.
This is part of your next torture, isn't it? Making us worry about Jill's condition.
And what will become of her should the two of you meet what you possibly may meet? Death. It will leave me no choice but to subject you now to the kind of torment I tried to avoid.
Well, that can't be anything worse than the pendulum.
There's the pit. I see that you know something about it.
I don't know anything about it.
Precisely. You've heard of the pit, but it remains an unknown quantity. And it will be that, the simple fact that you don't know what awaits you in the pit, that will break you. Just as not knowing why the doctor was called for your daughter has shaken you. Now, once again, will you give me the formula? Then it's the pit, I'm afraid. Back where we started? Well, no. The pendulum, you see, is again in place in the ceiling. I will leave you alone now with just the pit. Oh, and, Todd, when you decide that you can't take any more and agree to give me the formula, just say so. You'll be heard.
Oh, I hope Jill's all right.
Don't worry, she is. There's no better doctor than Dr. Lynch.
Yes, but if the cold's gone into her chest, you know, her chest is weak.
Don't worry. It's just what that louse wants. For all we know, he could be lying. Anna never sent for the doctor.
You're right. I'm doing just what X wants me to do. I'm worrying myself sick. What are you looking for?
Something to drop down the pit.
Why, what for?
Find out how deep it is. Whether the bottom is solid or filled with water. This room's as bare as a bone, though.
Here.
Oh, your shoe?
You can buy me another pair when we get out of here.
I'll buy you a dozen pair. Okay. Here it goes. Funny.
I didn't hear a sound. Not a sound.
No splash? No thud of the shoe hitting anything? Nothing? The damn thing can't be bottomless.
It's either that or awfully, awfully deep.
That's for sure. Give me your other shoe.
Try again?
Yes. The first sound could have been so slight we didn't pick it up.
Yes.
This time listen carefully. Very carefully. Ready?
Go ahead. I didn't hear a thing.
Shh. No. Nothing.
Let's stand back. I don't like being so near the edge.
I don't blame you. Thought of phoning in.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's all right. I feel the same way.
Let's sit down on the floor. Against the wall.
All right. Yes, that's better. Todd? The wall feels warm.
It's a little too warm. Just move away a bit. Better?
Much. Oh, I'm sure Jill's going to be all right. I'm just not going to worry about her.
No.
Todd, that wall's getting hotter.
Well, we'll have to move away from it a little more.
And closer to the pit.
Wait a minute now. You don't think... Here, let me just see how...
Todd!
Burn my hand. The wall is as hot as an oven. Move over to that one.
Well, this one's as hot as the other. It's getting hotter.
So that's it. Don't you see? The hotter the walls get, the farther we have to get from them.
And the closer to the pit until we...
Yeah, until... Are you all right?
Well, darling, this heat's so stifling. And we're moving closer to the pit.
Can't help it. Heat from the walls. Getting worse.
Oh, God, hold me. Put your arms around me.
Sweetheart.
I'm scared. What is down there? We go over the edge. Oh, God, it's less than 2 feet away now. When we go over, what will happen to us? What?
Death, I guess.
How? How will we die?
Wait. Try not to move any closer. Try.
I can't help myself. The heat's unbearable. You're moving closer to the edge, too.
I can't help it either.
Hold me, darling.
Sweetheart. This is it. I guess we... Wait a minute.
What?
That heat. It doesn't seem so hot.
Not so. I think you're right. It's cooler. Oh, the room seems cooler. Oh, let's move back.
It won't last long. That creeper's got something else in store for us, but... You see? He didn't go through with it. Just as he didn't go through with the pendulum.
No, you fainted.
I don't think he would have gone through with it anyway.
Why not, Todd?
What?
Mr. X, Todd. I can see you and hear you. What's given you the sudden idea that I won't go through with things?
You want the formula?
True.
Kill me and the formula dies with me.
True.
Well?
Todd Stern's dead is worth considerable, too. Oh, not as much as the formula, but considerable.
I don't see why.
Very simple. It's worth a great deal for a certain government to prevent another from getting the formula. Keeps the balance of power unbalanced, you see. And now that we've settled that, do you still refuse to change your mind?
Yes.
Todd, I'm sorry to say that this time, I believe you.
Wait a minute. Tammy has no part in this now. You used her to break me down. You failed. What you used for her is over. Let her go.
He hasn't heard you. Or if he did, he's said his final word. And I wouldn't want out anyhow. If you die, I want to be dead too.
But it's senseless. Pointless. I'm the one who has the formula, not you. There's no point in killing you if I... What's that?
What is it?
Machinery of some kind. But I don't know what it's for. Yes, I do.
Todd, what?
The walls. Look at the walls.
They're moving. All 4 of them. Moving inward.
Making the room narrower. And narrower until...
There'll be no space, no floor space left.
Nothing but the pit.
Oh, Lord. Oh.
X! X, listen to me! Let Tammy go! I beg you, let her go!
The pit. The walls. Pushing us to it. Oh, let me out. Let me out. Let me out.
Tammy!
I can't bear anymore. I can't bear it.
You won't have to bear any more now, sweetheart. No more. No!
More champagne, Tammy?
No.
Todd?
What I want is an explanation of all this, and you better make it a good one, Mr. What is your name?
X will do.
Yeah, but now we know it was all a test or a game or whatever it was.
I must still keep my cover. Look, I don't blame you for being angry. Simply put, we subjected you to a test to see how much you could take before you broke down. All operatives, couriers, are put through the ringer.
I never was before. I never even heard of it before.
Never would have if you hadn't reached that point in your career where we felt that you were ready. The formula you so painstakingly memorized, Todd, is worthless. There's no such thing as that bacterial weapon.
Oh, no.
But if there were, and you were caught by the kind of group I pretended to represent, we had to be sure that you'd never break, never reveal it.
And risk blowing my mind. Tammy's...
No. You were never in any danger of that. From start to finish, you were carefully monitored by staff psychiatrists. We'd have known instantly if you were in any serious difficulty.
Well, I guess you'll have to do it.
Yes, we do.
Tell me something. What did we fall on? I mean, when I went over, holding Tammy in my arms.
Special foam rubber. Dozens of layers of the stuff. You could have dropped an iron safe down that hole, much less Tammy's shoes, and you'd have heard nothing. Now that it's over, you can relax and unwind. And what's more, Todd, you have gained something that you didn't have before. You've learned how much you can take. And, mister, you can take it.
I learned something a lot more important than that, if you ask me.
What would that be, Todd?
I learned... Tammy, I always thought you were pretty wonderful, but you're more than that. You're the most wonderful woman and wife in the world.
Truth is stranger than fiction. And if you feel the story I've just brought you is one of the strangest you've ever heard, I can only assure you that even stranger things go on in this world of ours. Stranger and, yes, more terrifying. Let's hope you never find yourself involved with any of them. Beyond your radio, that is. I'll be back shortly. Although our version of The Pit and the Pendulum was only based on Edgar Allan Poe's story, it's to this great master of the bizarre, this connoisseur of the horrifying, that we owe the story's, shall we say, electrifying moments. I hope you were properly shocked. Our cast included Tony Roberts, Marion Seldes, and Norman Rose. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
Mystery Theater.
Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. In a strange state at the moment, here in my book-lined library, I've been browsing and coming across a well-thumbed copy of John Donne, the great English poet. My mind leaped instantly to his most famous lines. Any man's death diminishes me because I am involved in mankind, and therefore never send to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. And suddenly I was reminded of a story which half relates to that dour prophecy and half, well, judge for yourself.
Huh? Oh, damn that loose shutter.
It's all right, Libby. Don't bother about the window.
Mother, you came back.
Only for a moment, my darling. Just to say goodbye.
Where's Dad?
At the wheel. At the wheel. But I want you to know that even at the last, now that I see him as he really is, save a little mourning for him. He can't help himself any more than I can. Goodbye, my darling.
Mother!
What is it?
I can see right through you. The wall, the pictures, even the pattern of the paper.
That's because I'm already dead. I love you. Neither of us deserves to live. You see, I had to grab the wheel and kill us both because we were poisoning your life.
Mother!
Our mystery drama, When the Death Bell Tolls, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Ian Martin and stars Mary Jane Higby and Rosemary Rice. There is no terror greater than the terror of the unknown. That's a cliche almost all of us accept without question. And yet, so few of us ever really face it except vicariously. But the shakiness of the simple matter of living through each day and reaching for tomorrow touches all of our lives at one time or another. This is a story that begins with the most common and ultimate terror most of us in our mechanized world can face. The automobile out of control and headed for unavoidable destruction.
All right, everyone, Coolidge. Doctor and Julie.
Yes, Doctor.
Have the orderlies get the man into emergency and get me a rundown on him.
Right away, sir.
The woman is dead. Nurse, take her to the morgue.
Yes, Doctor.
Okay, Sergeant. How did it happen?
Well, I was on patrol with my buddy, Doctor, and we just called in our 2 a.m. check, and we heard this crash. Now, from the sound of it, I knew it had to be Slate's Corner.
Why? And if you don't mind, tell me as we walk into emergency.
Now, I don't know if you know that road.
Yes, Bayberry Lane.
Bayberry Lane, right where it takes that almost 45-degree turn.
With old man Slate's private brick wall facing you if you don't make it. And that's what they hit, huh?
Oh, just about head on. He'd started to make a left turn, so the passenger side took the worst part of the collision.
And that's why the woman is dead. There was fire, too.
Damn car went up like a rocket. The guy managed to roll out and get away from the flames, but the woman, well, you saw her.
Yes, and she was lucky at that. Her neck was broken at the moment of impact. Probably never even felt the flames.
There wouldn't be none of her left if we hadn't been able to hook her out of there. The car was still burning when we left with the ambulance.
You know who they are?
And we got some identification off the guy, driver's license, etc. Dana Trent's his name.
Okay, suppose you give the admitting office all the information you got while I check Mr. Trent out with Dr. Renzulli.
Yeah, I'll take care of it.
Oh, how's it look, Dom?
He's in shock, Doctor. I've got whole blood on the way. 4 quarts. Heaven knows how much he's lost.
From where?
He must have stuck his hand through the windshield. Both the radius and the ulnar are green stick fractures, and the radial artery was cut. I'm suturing it now.
Oh, that's fine, nurse. Yes, bring the tree around to this right side.
Yes, Dr. Mitchell.
And get me a canola. You're going to make the cut down fast and get some blood into this baby.
What size, Doctor?
Biggest we got. You're going to have to move fast. Swab. Yeah, that's it. Vein shot to hell. Arteria's sclerotic. Let's have the needle. Can't get through that junk. Give me a smaller one. He's too young to have hardening arteries like that. Must be a high liver. There. That's better. Is the blood moving?
Yes, Doctor, it's starting to feed in.
Okay. How are you coming down?
I got the fascia sutured. You want me to do the fancy work?
No, I trust your embroidery. Yeah, it's funny.
If it's funny, tell me. I could use a laugh.
No, not funny that way. When I was talking to the sergeant, from his report, he must have gotten to the accident within a couple of minutes. They had a tourniquet on Mr. Trent here as soon as they had him in the ambulance. And the police must have done something to stem the bleeding till it got there. So how come he's lost so much blood?
Search me. You can see what deep shock he's in.
Did you palpate him at all?
Nah, I was too busy fixing up his arm.
Okay, nurse, move his other arm out of my way. But make sure that blood keeps feeding.
Yes, sir.
There's no sign from the outside he hit that hard.
Well, he took most of the force of the shock on his arm.
His abdomen is pretty rigid. Yeah, I don't like the feel of his liver. And I can't locate the spleen. Nurse.
Yes, sir.
Alert OR, possible emergency operation. Hepatography. See if Gentry's free to assist.
Yes, Dr. Hobbs. What about anesthesia?
I'll get Dr. Schultz for the anesthesia, general inhalation. But tell him the spleen is involved.
Yes, sir.
What's the matter, Dom? You slip a stitch?
No, sir. Maybe I speak as a poor old 27-year-old resident internist, but is an operation really necessary? If there's liver damage, can't we control it medically?
It could be fatal not to go in and stop the bleeding, I'm sure, is there.
Or it could be just as fatal to operate while he's in deep shock.
It's a toss-up. But we don't have to argue about it yet. Let's get him into X-ray and patch up his other troubles. You handle that while I go out and see the sergeant and find out a little bit more about just who this carcass is that we're arguing about.
How's the patient, Doc?
It's touch and go, Sergeant. Did you get an identification?
Did I? And have we bought ourselves a live one? See, this guy Trent. Now, reason I guess none of us reacted too much to his name is he's been out of the picture a long time. I thought they got divorced.
Who?
Laura Stanton and him.
Laura Stanton?
The Philadelphia Stantons. Multi-millionaire family. See, she married this actor who turned out to be a real bad actor maybe 20 years ago.
Oh, well, they'd be out of my circles.
Them kind of people are outside of my circle. In one way. In another way, they ain't. Now, I just talked to the lieutenant, and he wants to keep this under wraps until we get the story straight. Now, first of all, is this guy going to live?
I can't answer that, Sergeant. He's an X-ray now, and where we go from there is an open book. The one thing I do know, that now he's identified, we've got to get his family or his nearest relative here fast.
I guess that'd be his daughter.
Then let me have her phone number so I can bring her in. My guess is that an emergency operation is indicated. Technically, I'd need permission to go ahead with the risk involved.
Well, you're busy, Doc. Well, why don't you let me handle that for you? I'll get her down here right away.
Okay. I'll be right with you, Dom. He's got some wet plates may tell the story better than we know yet. But I have a hunch I have to operate. And from what you tell me,
I'd feel a lot safer if I had the family's permission.
I won't let you down, Doc. Now, they're still wet, a little hard to read, but you see on the scanner.
Yeah.
No broken ribs, maybe the 6th, 7th cracked a little, but no real fracture.
Yeah, Dom, I agree. No evidence of fracture, or that the liver was damaged externally. But damn it, this is just a gut reaction. I know there's bleeding there. Dural hematoma, pelvic hematoma, aneurysm, I don't know. I think we gotta go in.
Only 2 things against that old buddy.
What?
Well, first, we've got to build him up so he can take the operation.
Okay, no argument there, but what's number 2?
2, you've got to keep your own skirts clean. Someone in the family's got to sign a release.
Well, there's no problem in that. His daughter has been contacted, and she's on her way to the hospital right now. How's that for timing? Dr. Hobbs? Who? Mrs. Harcourt Stanton. She did? No, I'm expecting a Mrs. Olivia Trent. Oh, wait a minute. That must be the grandmother. Yes, of course. Send her right in.
Say, is this the legendary Mrs. Stanton, the one who wore sneakers to the inauguration ball?
I know nothing about the lady's idiosyncrasies, Dom. I guess with her background, she can afford to do it.
You're about to learn some of her idiosyncrasies.
How do you know so much about her?
I was born and bred in Paoli, just outside of Philly. I'm a treasure house of knowledge about it and Rittenhouse Square and people like the Stantons. You want me to let her in before she breaks it down?
Yeah, maybe you'd better.
About time. I detest being kept waiting. You're very young for a surgeon, Dr. Hobbs.
I'm Dr. Renzulli. I'm the resident. All I do is make guesses. The mistakes, I leave up to Dr. Hobbs.
Won't you sit down, Mrs. Stanton?
Oh, so you know who I am.
Oh, yes. The nurse warned me. I mean, alerted me. I was expecting your granddaughter, Miss Trent.
Olivia seldom leaves the house. She is a recluse. She is extremely delicate and easily upset. Besides, she would have been of no legal use to you. She hasn't reached her 18th birthday yet. I'm still her legal guardian.
I see.
I understand you want permission to operate on my son-in-law.
Well, we would merely like authorization in case it should become necessary.
Well, is it? Or isn't it?
I'm afraid it isn't quite that simple, Mrs. Stanton.
Why not?
You know what happened early this morning?
I know that my daughter Laura left our house with her husband, and that he smashed the car into a stone wall.
He smashed himself into the same wall.
Only my daughter is dead, and he is still alive.
But very seriously injured. There's damage to the liver, probably the spleen is affected, and there's hematoma and severe internal bleeding.
At this moment, what would you estimate his chances of recovery from a surgical procedure might be?
And I can't be too hopeful. Perhaps 50-50.
And if the operation is not performed, Dr. Renzulli?
Well, if his condition doesn't improve in the next 12 to 24 hours, I could be wrong. The operation would become mandatory.
But if we wait, in the meantime, he might bleed to death?
We'd never let it go that far.
But in your opinion, without the operation, his chances of survival would be lessened?
In my opinion, yes.
Thank you, gentlemen. That's all I wanted to know.
I have the consent form for the operation here, Mrs. Stanton, if you just sign it now.
I haven't the slightest intention of signing it. I hope you're right, Dr. Hobbs, and that Trent bleeds to death as you anticipate. It would be a small return for the way he has bled my family. I absolutely forbid any operation.
But, Mrs. Stanton...
I'm gambling that you are right, Dr. Hobbs, and Dr. Renzulli is wrong. The best this man deserves is to die, and I would be happy to think he did it the same way he did it to my daughter. Slowly, irreversibly, just to bleed to death.
There are drives and forces without the supernatural, just as terrifying as the fires of hell, the curses of witches. Here now, today, an old woman, embittered by who knows what past depredations against her and her family, seems to hold the fate of a man quite literally in her hands. Is she right or wrong to deny Dana Trent his chance for life? I'll return shortly with Act 2. Dr. Mitchell Hobbs, Assistant Chief of Surgery at Temple Hospital, had been on duty for nearly 24 hours. After leaving instructions about his patient, he allowed himself the necessary luxury of some sleep. But when his alarm woke him at 7 a.m., and after examining Dana Trent, this quiet and controlled man became a raging tiger.
Nurse! Nurse!
Yes, Dr. Hobbs.
Where is Dr. Renzulli?
Well, he went out less than an hour ago. He left this for you.
What is it?
Well, it's a note or a letter.
How come he was wakened before me?
Well, he only had the duty since 8 last night. He told us to wake him instead of you if necessary.
Is this a hospital or a fraternity house? Why should he take it upon himself to... Well, wait a minute. I'm afraid you're right about Trent, but I don't want you sticking your neck out. I've gone to the old witch to try to change her mind. Wait till you hear from me. That damn young fool. There isn't any time to wait. We might lose the patient. All right, nurse, get on the pipe. I want Trent and 516 prepped right away. Alert OR.
Yes, sir.
Same orders as earlier this morning. If Dr. Renzulli doesn't get back within half an hour, I'm going ahead, permission or no permission. I'll need an assistant and a full abdominal team, and the best anesthesiologist you can dig up. Maybe you can still get me Gentry. He only lives a couple blocks away. But I'm serving notice. This is emergency. Capital E.
Well, do you have a clearance I can file with surgery, Doctor?
No, I don't. If I lose the patient, my neck's on the block. And if anyone wants a scalpel to cut it loose, he can have mine.
Yes?
Good morning. I'm Dr. Dominic Renzulli from Temple Hospital. I've been trying to reach you by phone, but it seems to be out of order.
Oh, my grandmother ordered it taken off the hook. I'm Livy. I mean Olivia Trent. Is something wrong?
I'm gonna level with you, Miss Trent. There's a whole lot wrong. Could I see your grandmother? I hate to rush you, but time is of the essence.
It's about my father?
Yes.
Well, please come in.
Thank you.
I'm afraid I can't disturb Grandma. Well, when she got back from the hospital earlier this morning, I was afraid she was going to collapse, so I gave her a sedative and got her to bed.
Yeah. Now, I can't put it any way but right on the line, Miss Trent. It's your father's life. Now, my chief, a guy I think is the greatest surgeon in the world, is going to operate on your father without consent. And your grandmother is powerful enough to end his career if anything goes wrong. I don't want to take that chance.
I see. Did you bring the consent with you?
Well, sure.
Then give it to me and I'll sign it.
I appreciate that, Miss Trent, but you're not of age. I mean, legal age.
I am 18.
But your grandmother said you weren't.
Look, Grandmother does and says a lot of things to protect me. It's her way of life. I guess a person would only have to look at me to see how overprotected I am. Well, it's about time I did something on my own. So please let me sign the paper. It'll be quite legal.
Well...
Would you like to see a copy of my birth certificate?
No, it isn't that.
Are you scared about what Grandma's attitude will be?
I just don't want to get you or anyone in trouble. Your grandmother has already refused permission for the operation.
Because she wants my father to die.
But naturally you don't.
Oh, I guess this will sound terrible to you, but I don't care. He's made a pretty good job of wrecking all of our lives. But Mother asked me last night... Well, that's beside the point. What it is, I suppose, is whatever else he is a human being, isn't he? Now, where do I sign?
If you're sure that you know what you're doing,
I'm sure.
you ought to read it first.
It doesn't matter. She said to save a little love for him. And if that makes her happy, that's what I want.
Okay. Is there a table somewhere?
Oh, right here by the phone. Give me the pen.
Dom, where the hell are you? And don't keep me. I'm on my way to operate.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about.
Well, I don't. If you could see the blood count and the rest of his vital signs, you'd know.
Simmer down, man. I just wanted to know you have my blessings and the family signature.
You mean you got that tough old dame to sign a release?
I didn't have to tilt that windmill. I have Miss Trent's signature.
Oh, but she's underage.
Fear not. I am sitting here gazing at a legal document I haven't seen since I did my tour of duty as an intern on the OB floor. A birth certificate. Olivia Pearson Trent is a doddering old crone of practically 19, and she signed the consent form, which I'm about to bring back to the hospital.
Lady killer, as my father used to say in another era.
See you at the shop.
Well, by the time you do, it'll all be over one way or the other. I'm on my way to the operating room right now.
May I ask what you're doing in my house, Dr.
Renzulli, Grandmother. And he came here to get permission to operate on Daddy.
And you gave it?
Yes. No matter what he's done, no amount of wrongs make a right.
Well, I suppose there's no way I really could have stopped it. But before you leave, Dr. Renzulli, I want you doctors to know what kind of man you're trying to save.
Mrs. Stanton,
No, you forced yourself into this. You'll stay until I shame the devil enough to tar you with the same brush.
Hey, Grandmother, please.
When one is as prominent socially as the Stantons are, and as wealthy, one needs constant protection.
Grandmother.
Quiet. Especially girls. I tried to protect Laura as carefully as I protect Olivia. But I failed.
You can't live other people's lives for them. They have to live their own.
Would you want me to have left you free to lead the life your mother led?
Maybe if she'd had more freedom of choice, she mightn't have ended up as she did.
Are you making me responsible for that?
No!
Mrs. Stanton, I really...
I'm not finished yet, young man. I had a very difficult time having Olivia's mother. I'd lost 3 children before she came, and I never could have any more after her. I was also not as young as I should have been, and she was premature. It was a very difficult time for me, particularly since within a year after I brought Laurie home, my husband died very suddenly. You see, Laurie never knew a father. I had to bring her up and protect her.
Grandmother.
Hush, child, hush. I want to get this said. There was a young man in my husband's organization named Dana Trent. He was my husband's secretary. He was a great deal of help through the years, I thought then, because of his regard for my husband. I would have advanced him in the business, but he lacked ambition, and I needed him for other things. He was a suitable escort for a widow, and Laura was crazy about him from the time she could walk and talk. I could never marry again after Court died, and I felt that he served rather well as a sort of surrogate father for Laura. Oh, he was a charmer with very winning ways and handsome, and I saw to it he had every luxury. I'm a very tough, smart woman, but about some things we can all be blind. And when Laura was 16... Mr. Dana Trent made his first repayment of my kindness and indulgence.
What? Laurie is going to have my child. It seemed appropriate for me to request her hand in marriage.
You unspeakable... Laura, is this true?
Yes, Mother.
Oh, how long
She's
have
in
you...
her 4th month. Too late to do anything about it, I assure you.
That's what you think. I'm going to have you arrested for statutory rape.
You do, Mother, and I'll kill myself. I love Dana. I've always loved him. And I want to marry him. I want to have his child.
Just as I've always loved Laura. You know that.
Leave the room, Laura.
It's no use.
It's all right, honey. Go ahead. Just leave this up to me.
Everything is up to you from now on. And for always, Dana. I love you.
If I had a gun, Dana, I'd kill you.
Oh, no, you wouldn't. You know Laura's future depends on me. Her happiness. You wouldn't do anything to destroy that. So we shall be married, go to Europe, drop out of sight for a year or so, and then bring you back your grandchild. Oh, there may be a little talk, but that blows over soon enough. Now, shall we discuss income? I warn you, I shall expect it to be a rather large one.
It was a very large one. And they did bring my granddaughter back to me and abandoned her with me. Oh, I know it broke Laura's heart to leave her baby. But Dana had her spellbound. She was his slave, his, to do with as he wanted. I'd wanted love for my daughter, but not a sick love like this. For the next 10 years, he dragged her all over Europe, scandal after scandal, women, drinking, gambling. Heaven knows what other filth he dragged her through. When I finally rushed to Paris to answer her cry for help, I could scarcely recognize the ghost that opened the door to let me in. Laura. Oh, good Lord. My poor baby. What's happened to you?
I lost my baby, Mommy.
No, honey. Libby's alive and well. I almost brought her with me.
Libby?
Olivia. Your daughter.
Oh. I lost my baby. This other one.
Oh, you were pregnant again?
Yes. Pregnant. Dana didn't want it. He made me... I went to a doctor. There isn't any more baby. I did it for him.
Where is Dana?
He left me because I have these things that happen. I'm not myself a lot of the time. Who is Laura? I don't remember. If I can't have Dana, I want my mommy. I want to go home.
That's the man you want to save.
Your daughter never got a divorce?
No, because incredibly, even up to the last, she was in love with him. And besides...
My mother was in hospitals and sanitariums until the beginning of this year. She came home for my 18th birthday.
And so did Dana Trent, what was left of him. Do you know why, Doctor?
No, but, really, Mrs. Stanton, I must get back to...
I'm almost finished. Before my husband died, he'd settled a large trust fund on Libby. It came due on her 18th birthday. You gave the money to your mother, didn't you, Libby?
Yes. It was mine. And Mother wanted to pay you back for supporting her all these years. I thought if it would make her happy...
What she really wanted it for was to run away with your father again. It was found in the trunk of the car after the smash-up. You still want to save that scum, that filth?
Mrs. Stanton, I'm sympathetic, and I'm appalled, but doctors are not judges. Our only function is to save lives, good or bad.
Very well. I hope you fail, young man, because if you don't, I will not have my granddaughter put through the agony her mother has suffered. I'll find a way to take care of Dana Trent myself.
Both Dr. Dominic Renzulli and Libby look at this indomitable and tough old woman with some consternation in their eyes. She is just formidable enough to carry out her threat. Will she have the opportunity? And will she actually go through with it? I'll answer those questions when I return shortly with Act 3. There's an old piece of doggerel which runs, "The rain it raineth on the just, and also on the unjust fella, but chiefly on the just, because the unjust steals the just's umbrella." A truism that is altogether too apt, as in our story here. But unfair as the ways of the world may be, no one of us can set himself up as God and decide on the right of another to live or die. After closing the door on Dr. Renzulli, a weary and unhappy Libby crosses the hall toward the stairs, but is stopped by the imperative voice of her grandmother.
Olivia? Yes, Grandmother.
Where are you going?
Upstairs to lie down. I don't feel very well.
I want to talk to you for just a moment. Please, dear.
Oh, all right. But not too long. There's been enough talking.
I know. I'm sorry I dragged up the awful past. It made me sick to my stomach, too. But I thought
Look,
I hope...
You know you could never convince any doctor to allow a man to die when there's any possibility of saving him.
Oh, I know it consciously. But deep in my subconscious is buried such a hate. A terrible, consuming, driving hate against that man. I won't say his name. That I am willing him to die. And if God doesn't answer my prayer, then... Well, that's my business. No one else's. Libby, dear.
Yes, darling, what is it?
I want some reassurance from you.
Me? What can I offer?
About your mother. Oh, Libby, was it all my fault? Did I overprotect her, shield her too much from life? Smother her, drive her to run away from all my love to someone else?
No, you mustn't blame yourself. Mother made her own choices. But it is hard, Grandmother, to be hemmed in. Not to have freedom to move where you want, decide what you want.
Well, I suppose you plan to fly the nest, too.
I may. It's time for me to start finding out for myself what I'm all about.
So you do blame me for your mother?
That isn't true.
Oh, yes. Even for her death?
That certainly isn't true. And I could, well, sort of prove that.
How?
Because of what happened last night.
Oh, did you have a bad dream? I thought I heard you call out. What happened?
Well, I woke up suddenly, and I suddenly felt this cold chill. And you know how warm last night was, and I had my window wide open, and then, all of a sudden... Huh? What? Oh, damn that loose shutter.
It's all right, Libby. Don't bother about the window.
Mother, you came back.
Only for a moment, my darling. Just to say goodbye.
Where's Dad?
At the wheel. At the wheel. But I want to ask you, now that I finally see him for what he really is, save a little mourning for him. He can't help himself any more than I can.
Mother!
What is it?
I can see right through you. The wall, the pictures, even the pattern of the paper.
That's because I'm already dead. I love you. and neither of us deserved to live. You see, I had to grab the wheel and kill us both because we were poisoning your life.
And then suddenly the chill was gone, and the wind disappeared, and the shutters stopped clattering, and it was warm again. But I know it wasn't a dream.
How?
Because I looked at the clock and it was exactly 10 minutes after 2. When did the police sergeant tell us he heard the crash?
That's right. 10 minutes after 2.
So Laura came to her senses at last and tried to kill him.
She asked me to mourn a little for him.
Only as usual, he gets away with it. He doesn't have to be mourned because he escaped while Laura had to die.
Oh, Granny, please don't.
I'll be all right when it's over. Oh, I'm very tired myself and sick to my heart.
Granny, let's both go lie down. I'll help you upstairs.
Maybe I've lived enough years. It's time to rest.
Should I get a doctor?
Oh, no, Libby. I have no need of doctors. Just peace of mind.
Dr. Renzulli, doctor?
Why, yes, Miss Trent. What is it?
Look, I've got to talk quickly, somewhere more private, please.
Well, come on, I'll take you to Dr. Hobbs' office. What's wrong?
It's my grandmother. Have you seen her? Here, I mean.
No. Why?
Well, shortly after you left this morning, we both went to lie down. I couldn't sleep. I kept worrying because I'd remembered about the gun.
What gun?
Well, the one we kept in the chest of drawers in the upstairs hall. Grandmother always kept one there, loaded. Well, you know, 3 women alone in a house with nothing but women servants should have protection, she said. Well, the gun is gone.
Oh. And you think your grandmother took it?
You heard what she said about taking things into her own hands.
Look, this is Dr. Hobbs' office. I'll put you in here while I...
Libby, what are you doing here?
Looking for you. Why are you here?
Well, I came to see Dr. Hobbs. His nurse told me that I'm too late. The operation has already begun, so I'm waiting.
Why?
Well, I have a vested interest in the result. Obviously, my future depends on it.
It may be rather a long wait, Mrs. Stanton. May I take your bag and put it somewhere?
No. I prefer to keep it myself.
I just thought you looked uncomfortable.
I am quite comfortable, thank you, Doctor. I'm accustomed to carrying a bag.
You just look kind of, heavy.
It is.
Granny, let me have the bag.
Now, what is all this fuss about my bag? What for?
I want the gun you have in it.
What gun?
The one from the chest in the upstairs hall. The one that is missing.
Oh, so you noticed that too, eh?
What do you mean, too?
I did go for the gun. I had intended to use it, but it wasn't there.
Wasn't there?
That's right. Oh, don't look so disbelieving and scared. Here, take the bag and see for yourself. I'm quite unarmed and reasonably safe.
Well, then who took it?
I did a lot of thinking about that. And suddenly, remembering back to your, well, let's say your dream, I suddenly am quite sure it was Dana.
Why?
Because I don't think your mother went with him willingly. I think that's why... Well, we won't go into that in front of Dr. Renzulli. I think when we check with the sergeant, the gun will be found in the remains of the car. Funny. I'm a foolish, rigid woman who's made a lifetime of mistakes. But suddenly today I realized how blind I've been, and my eyes were opened. By my granddaughter.
Me?
Yes. Oh, poor Laura. I sheltered her, overprotected her, kept her from any freedom of choice, just as you said. But I won't make the same mistake again.
Oh, Granny dear.
You have your own money, Libby. Your future is your own. I won't interfere anymore. I'll get out of your life. You'll be better off without me.
Granny?
Yes.
Just this. Hold me.
Oh.
I'm not letting you go. You see, I've made my choice. To stay with you.
Oh, but Libby, you...
I see everything so clearly now. I never had a mother or a father, but I had you. And I'll always have you. Oh, sure, someday there'll be a man for me. A man you'll help me pick. And there'll be children. And you're young enough to be here for once more around the clock. And this time it'll be all happiness you, me, and Mother ever missed. As for my father, let him come around. And we'll kick him out for good. Come on, Granny. Let's go home and start building a new life. No sense us sticking around. Would you please excuse us, Dr. Ranzuli?
Of course. And, the best of luck.
We don't need it. We'll make our own.
So, that's the whole story, Mitch. And that's the ever-loving character you plucked from the jaws of death.
Well, I had no choice, Dom. But it's lucky she didn't decide to take the law into her own hands.
What do you mean?
Oh, the operation was a success as far as it went. I fixed up everything the car crash caused. But what 48 years of rough living have done to Dana Trent, no surgeon could fix. He has advanced cirrhosis of the liver and an extra quirk that nature, or maybe Providence, built in. An intrahepatic biliary obstruction.
Non-operable?
Non-operable. It's a safe bet he'll never leave this hospital alive.
The irony of fate, the justice of God, or just the mathematical certainty that if you roll the dice long enough, you've got to turn up snake eyes. If ever a man deserved death, it was Dana Trent. It's a pleasing thought to know that in the end, he made it for himself. I'll be back shortly. From the Apocrypha in the Bible, and most probably the source of the piece of doggerel I quoted earlier, he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. This time the rain fell where I think we all would have wanted it to. And at least for once, evil found its own reward. Our cast included Mary Jane Higby, Rosemary Rice, Joan Lovejoy, Russell Horton, and Ian Martin. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams. Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Murder, we are told, will out. As will, I believe, truth. Which is to say that most murderers, though not all, are eventually exposed and made to pay for what is considered certainly the most heinous crimes of all, the taking of another's life. Such was the case with the charming, debonair, and totally amoral Greg Manchester, who felt sure he had committed the perfect murder, only to discover...
You're arresting me for murder? Lieutenant, you can't be serious.
I'm very serious, Mr. Manchester.
But on what grounds? Yes, I shot and killed my wife, but it was an accident.
No accident, Mr. Manchester. Cold-blooded murder. And we can prove it.
Well, how can you prove murder when there was no murder? It was an accident, I tell you. I only wish to heaven there'd been a witness to prove what I say.
There was a witness, Greg. A witness who can prove it was murder.
Who, Sandy? Tell me who.
The corpse, Greg. The corpse.
Our mystery drama, The Eye of Death, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by George Lothar and stars Joan Hackett. When it comes to murder, it sometimes seems to me that the cleverer a murderer, the more certain he is to be caught. For as the annals of crime reveal, he tends to outsmart himself. Dr. Crippen, Landru, George Joseph Smith, to mention but a few, all without exception flattered themselves on having committed perfect crimes, when in truth they had trapped themselves by overlooking one single minor little detail, as did a certain gentleman named Gregory Manchester. Listen.
Murder? You are accusing me, Sandy, of planning to murder your mother? Is that what you said?
Don't twist my words, Greg. I said it wouldn't surprise me if she had a fatal accident and died suddenly.
Oh, Sandy, don't even speak of such things. Just the thought makes my heart skip a beat.
I'm sorry, Rose. How is your heart?
Oh, the same. Mother thinks I ought to see another doctor.
Sandy, I'm sorry you feel about me as you do. I hoped when I married your mother that you'd become as much my friend as your sister has. Why, if you could have heard me talking about you at my club, how proud I was going to be to have the famous photographer, Sandy Oakes, for a stepdaughter. Can't we be friends, Sandy?
Friends? Sorry, Greg, but your charm is wasted on me. You charmed my mother into marrying you, charmed her into turning over all of her money to you, charmed her into taking out a $100,000 life policy with you as a beneficiary,
Well,
but...
now, my dear, why not? After all, Sandy, I am her husband.
And a fast worker. Married less than a month. You certainly haven't wasted any time getting this marriage to pay off for you.
Oh, now you're accusing me of marrying your mother for her money. Is that it, my dear?
You can believe it.
Oh, now, Sandy.
Rose, it's true, and I'm telling you straight out. This clothes horse with his blonde hair and his Sir Walter Raleigh manners is nothing more than a sharp operator, a con artist. And that's what I've come here to tell my mother, and I will tell her if she ever gets out of that bath and comes down here.
Sandy, you're all upset.
Upset? I'm steaming, and I've been steaming ever since I heard about this new life insurance policy. When Mother phoned and said that she'd just taken out a $100,000 policy with dear Greggy as a beneficiary, I could have... Oh, what is that?
What? Oh, it's a stain on the ceiling. It's a water stain.
The bathroom is just above us here.
Oh, now, don't tell me the tub's overflowed.
What?
If your mother's had another of her fainting spells in the bath, you better get up there. Come on.
What fainting spells? Mother's never had a fainting spell in her
Oh, no,
life.
you're wrong there, Sandy. She never told you, but she's had a number of them. Sudden blackouts since your father died. The shock of his death, I don't know. And she's had 2 since we married a month ago. God grant she hasn't had another. Not while taking it. Oh, here we are. Oh, no.
Mother! He killed her, Joe. He killed her.
Now, sweetheart...
Joe, he did. He drowned her in that tub. All of that talk about sudden fainting spells, blackouts. No way, Joe, no way.
Now, look, my dear, lovable bride-to-be, I don't like Gregory Manchester any more than you do, and I couldn't agree more that he's the phony you claim he is, but you're no fool, Sandy. A camera nut, maybe, with that camera of yours always slung around your neck, but you...
Joe, photography is my business, and I don't know how many pictures I'd have missed if I didn't keep this high-powered Instamat ready at all times. And really, I don't know why it bothers you.
Well, it's nothing. Oh, excuse me. Yes. Yes, have them come right in. Manchester and your sister.
I'm going to try to get Rose to move in with me now that Mother's gone.
Come in, Rose. Mr. Manchester.
Thank you. Hello, Sandy.
Hello. How are you feeling, Rose?
Oh, all right.
I want to talk with you privately after the reading of Mother's will.
What about, Sandy?
Later, dear.
Well, we're all here, so I'll get started. I, Geraldine Oakes Manchester, a resident of the city of...
Wait a minute, Joe.
Yes?
Geraldine Oakes Manchester?
Your mother made a new will after she married Mr. Manchester, didn't she tell you?
No.
Well, she told me she was going to.
She didn't. I'm sure I know why.
Another slap at me, Sandy. Are you implying I changed her mind about telling you?
If the shoe fits, Greg?
Now, hold it, please. We're here for the reading of a will, and I suggest we get on with it. I, Geraldine Oakes Manchester, a resident of this city... Lastly, I hereby revoke all former wills and codicils to wills heretofore by me made. In witness thereof, I have hereunto set my hand and seal this 10th day of October, signed Geraldine Oakes Manchester, and witnessed, etc., etc., etc. Well, Mr. Manchester, you've inherited quite a fortune.
Plus $100,000 in insurance, while Rose gets nothing. Nor do I.
Well, as your mother stated in her will, Sandy, she trusted me. Implicitly trusted me to see that Rose was well cared for. And you?
I don't need Mother's money, but Rose...
Oh, Sandy, you can trust Greg. Mother did. I do.
I know you do, Rose. You trust everyone. You always have.
Possibly because she hasn't let the world make her as cynical as it has made you.
Oh, now, just a minute, Mr. Manchester.
I can take care of myself, Joe. More important, I can take care of Rose, and I mean to.
But, Sandy, I'm going to be all right. Greg will...
Leave you to starve if I know Greg, but he isn't going to because I'm not going to let him. I'm going to break this will.
Sandy...
I mean it, Joe. He conned Mother and he fleeced her. Well, you're not going to get away with it, Greg. I'll break this will if it's the last thing that I do.
And may I ask exactly how, my dear?
By proving you murdered my mother and meant to murder her from the start.
Have some more shrimp Creole, Florence?
Oh, Greg, darling, I couldn't. I simply couldn't. You know I'm on a diet.
Oh, nonsense. This is no time to stay on a diet. In the first place, it's Mardi Gras week. In the second, I brought you to the finest restaurant in New Orleans.
Oh, you dear, delightful man.
And in the third place, why anyone with your figure feels the need to diet, that baffles me utterly.
Oh, you are a dear and delightful man. Greg Manchester, you are almost as... No, I'll say it. You are as dear and delightful as my late husband. Oh, Greg, I'm so glad we met. So glad.
Well, so am I, Florence. You know, only a week ago, I was the loneliest man on earth.
Oh.
Lonely in the way only the bereaved can be lonely. Even though it's months since Geraldine passed on, I thought I would never get over her loss. And then... Well, then, my dearest... You don't mind if I call you my dearest?
Of course not.
Well, I met you, and life became worth living again.
Oh, Greg, do you know that's exactly the way I felt? Feel?
I thought as much. We've known each other only a week, my dear, but what a week it has been.
Oh, yes.
And for my part, Florence, You won't be offended.
No, no.
Well, for my part, you're the woman I've been looking for since my own dear Geraldine passed on.
Oh.
The woman I felt sure I would never find.
Oh, Greg. Greg, you dear man.
Then you're not offended.
Offended?
It wouldn't be if I... Well,
If you what, darling?
If I asked you to become my wife. Oh, dear, I have offended you.
No. Oh, you've made me so happy. I think I'm going to cry. In fact, I know I am. Greg, what? Is something wrong?
No. But excuse me a moment, Florence. I'll be right back. Well, Sandy Oaks, girl photographer, camera and all.
Greg Manchester, con artist and murderer. Next victim and all.
What are you doing in New Orleans?
Mardi Gras week. I'm covering it. For Cosmopolite.
You're lying. You found out I was living in New Orleans. You followed me here.
Care to see my press credentials?
If Cosmopolite sent you, you asked for the assignment.
Oh, how right you are.
Now you listen to me. Any more trouble from you, and I'll make you know what trouble really is.
Trouble? What makes you think I'm out to give you trouble, Greg?
Because you followed me here, because I suddenly spotted you snapping a picture of me and Mrs. Chapman.
I took more than one before you noticed me, Greg. They may come in handy.
I don't see how.
Well, then, look over there, Greg. See that sign?
The one that reads Mardi Gras Week?
Exactly. From that angle, I caught not only you and Mrs. Chaplin, but that sign hanging behind you on the wall.
So what?
The time element, Greg, and the place. I can hear a district attorney saying to you at your trial for murder, quote, "You did know the widow, Mrs. Florence Chapman, as early as Mardi Gras week, didn't you? In New Orleans, wasn't it?" Unquote.
My murder trial.
You are going to kill her, aren't you? For her money? After you marry her? Tell me, does she have any children you can leave penniless as you did my sister Rose?
She went to live with you. You're very successful, plenty of dough. You take care of her.
I am. I'm also going to take care of you.
Now, Sandy, I warn you.
Cool it. Con man, I am not my mother that you're talking to now, nor my sister Rose, or that lovely victim of yours over there. A photographer gets around. You think you're the cleverest thing that ever happened. You are. But, Buster, it's your cleverness that's going to put you behind bars, because somewhere, somehow, you're going to think you're so clever that you'll make one little mistake, one fatal little mistake, and when you do, I'm going to be there.
Be smart, eh? Get out of my life. And stay out of my...
Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt, but, Greg, dear, won't you introduce me to that very attractive friend here? Well, dearest?
Yes, of course. Sandy Oaks. My stepdaughter.
Oh, you're not the daughter of that poor woman who
drowned accidentally. Yes, Mrs. Chapman, I am.
You know my... Oh, Greg told you.
No, I've been watching you and Mr. Manchester ever since he met you a week ago.
Watching? Greg, darling, what does she mean?
Oh, never mind, Florence. She's a troublemaker. She tried to stop me from marrying her mother.
I tried to stop you from murdering my mother.
Oh, gracious, such talk. You're in a restaurant.
Mrs. Chapman, let me give you a tip. A tip that will save your life. Say goodbye right now to this charming, well-dressed murderer. Say goodbye and go on living.
Well, Greg, I believe you're right. This girl, well, I don't know what she is, but she is. I'm sorry I came over. I'll wait for you at our table.
Yes, of course, Florence. Well, do you see?
She's as naive and as trusting as my mother. And my sister. Or others you've murdered.
Oh, so it's others now. Look, Sandy, you said I'm clever. Well, I am clever. A hell of a lot cleverer than you are, doll. And I guess the only way to get you off my neck is to prove it.
And just how will you do that?
The only way I know. Murder.
Don't get me all choked up. I know you. I'm ready for anything you try. Murder me? You don't have much of a chance, Mr. Manchester.
Oh, murder you. No, not you.
Who then?
Your sister Rose, whom you love so much. Who else?
Inevitably, it had to come to this. The challenge. The squaring off. The gauntlet flung down between a cold-blooded murderer and a self-sufficient girl like Sandy Oakes, who's been around. Is she right? Will Greg Manchester make that one fatal mistake she says he will? Perhaps we'll find out when I return for Act 2. Much has been written on the psychology of murder and murderers. And although experts disagree, when have experts ever done anything else, there seems little question that the common motive for murder is personal gain. In any case, assuredly, that's what it is with Greg Manchester, who, you might say, marries for murder. But now Sandy Oakes, veteran freelance photographer, has set out to prove that Manchester murdered her mother, even as Manchester threatens that if she doesn't leave him alone, he will kill her invalid sister, Rose.
Sandy, your mother drowned in her bath after suffering a blackout.
My mother never had a blackout, a fainting spell in her life. Manchester spread that story to cover himself.
Yeah, but you can't prove it. And until you can, I'm warning you, drop it.
I'm not afraid of a suit for libel or slander, if that's what you mean.
What I mean is, I'm afraid for your life, if what you say is true.
It's Rose's life I'm worried about. If anything happened to me, she'd be alone and penniless.
You don't ever have to worry about Rose while I'm around. You know that.
Of course not. But, good Lord, I didn't realize it was this late. I've got to rush.
What? Just when I was about to invite you to lunch?
I'm sorry, darling, but I'm due at the Metropolitan Photographic Exhibit in half an hour. I promised to advise the committee on how to hang the prize exhibits.
Oh, including one of yours. Which reminds me, I owe you an apology.
An apology because I won a prize?
Well, I'm always kidding you about carrying that fancy camera of yours, but if you hadn't had it with you and shot from the hip that day, you'd never have caught that picture of an old man being mugged.
And the muggers. Oh, the cops nail them because of what I photographed. Which reminds me, I've got to see Lieutenant McCoy at headquarters after the photo exhibit.
What for?
The information I dug up in New Orleans about Greg Manchester. Now, it may not mean anything to you, darling, but I'm hoping it will mean plenty to Lieutenant McCoy.
It means nothing to me, Sandy, nothing at all.
But, Mac...
Sandy, I checked it out. Yeah, sure, Manchester was married before he met your mother. And sure, his wife died of an overdose of sleeping pills, but the coroner's verdict was death by accident.
Oh, Mac, you put me away. You really do.
I don't get you.
His wife dies of an overdose of sleeping pills, and he inherits over $50,000. He marries my mother. She dies by drowning. He inherits every cent she has plus an insurance of $100,000 taken out less than a month before. 2 deaths, 2 so-called accidents, and Greg Manchester hits the financial jackpot. That doesn't strike you as fishy?
Oh, yes, but
Now he's going to marry this other wealthy widow, Florence Chapman, less than 3 months after my mother dies.
Sandy...
Oh, and he threatens to kill my sister Rose if I don't lay off. And you sit there and you tell me that you don't think that Manchester is a cold-blooded murderer?
No, I didn't say that. I said he's clean, Sandy. As a cop, I gotta play it by the book, the rules of evidence. Maybe Manchester did kill your mother and his previous wife, but I haven't got a shred of evidence to prove he did, and neither have you. Well, now, have you?
No, but I'm going to get it. Sooner or later, Manchester is going to make one slip. One little slip, and I'm going to be there when he does.
Taking pictures of him as he does, I'll bet.
It isn't funny, Mac.
No, I'm just cracking wise about you and your trusty companion, that camera.
Laugh. But it caught you a couple of muggers, and Mac, it may catch me a murderer. There's a bench, Rose. Want to sit for a while?
Oh, no, Sandy, no. I'm too excited to sit still.
You're too excited, period.
Oh, I'll be all right. Oh, it's such a thrill for me just to get out of that apartment. But on top of that, these wonderful pictures. Holzman, Eisenstadt, Kepler, and you.
That's what I call really sisterly love. Putting me in that class.
Oh, you won a first prize.
Yes, but in photojournalism, and there's nothing arty about my stuff.
A first prize is a first prize, and I'm not going to argue.
Rose?
Oh, Sandy, maybe I'd better sit down for a minute or two.
Yes, right there. How bad is it?
It's not bad, but Sandy, would you open my bag and take out the bottle of nitro pills?
Yeah, just a sec. Here, wait a moment now. Here we are, here. Stay here. I'll get you a cup of water.
Yes.
Excuse me, please. Excuse me. I just want to get through to the water cooler.
Oh, here, let me help you.
Thank you. You?
Yes, me.
What are you doing here, Greg?
Mrs. Manchester wanted to see the exhibit.
She married you then?
And I wanted to see you. Figured you'd be here, so
I've got no time for you now. I've got to get a cup of water for my sister.
Well, here's the cup. There's the water. I want a word with you, Sandy, about...
Would you get out of my way? Excuse me, please. Excuse me. Rose, dear. Here you are.
Oh, thank you, Sandy. Thank you.
Are you better?
Yes. Much.
I think that we'd better go.
Sandy, I haven't seen everything yet.
Your heart.
Oh, drat my heart. My first day out of the apartment in weeks. I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to see everything there is to see. Oh, look who's here.
Hello, Rose.
How are you, Greg?
Never better. You?
Pretty well. Thank you.
I meant to call on you when I got back from New Orleans, but I felt your sister wouldn't approve.
You're right, Greg. Her sister
Oh,
wouldn't.
now you too.
Oh, it's all right, Rose. All right. Sandy and I aren't going to have a scene. I only want to say hello. So, if you'll excuse me, I'll rejoin my wife. Goodbye, Rose. Goodbye, Sandy. Oh, give my regards to Lieutenant McCoy next time you see him, will you?
Lieutenant McCoy?
The police lieutenant you went to see this morning. About a certain little matter.
How do you know that I went to see McCoy? And what I went to see him about?
Oh, does it matter? I know. And I think it was very foolish of you, Sandy.
Do you?
Oh, yes, very. In fact, as I intimated to you in New Orleans, it could even be dangerous. Deadly dangerous. Not for you. Not immediately for you. Well, goodbye for now.
Sandy, what was that all about?
Nothing, Rose. Nothing.
What did Greg mean? It could be deadly dangerous.
It's nothing for you to worry about, Rose.
Well, all right, if you say so. Funny, though.
What?
I'm worried somehow. Suddenly, I'm very worried. Joe. Oh, nice to see you. Come in.
How are you, Rose?
Oh, I'm fine.
Now, no fibs to your brother-in-law-to-be.
What?
I talked to Sandy on the phone. She said your heart gave you a little trouble at the photography exhibition this afternoon.
Oh, nothing my nitro pills couldn't handle, and did.
Oh, good. Where's Sandy?
3 guesses.
The dark room.
Give the man a cigar. Or would you rather have a drink?
A drink, and I'll make it. Sandy said you ran into Greg Manchester at the exhibition.
Yes. I'm worried, Joe.
About what?
Greg said a funny thing to Sandy. It seems he heard somehow she'd gone to see Police Lieutenant McCloy. McCoy. About something. He didn't say what. And Sandy wouldn't tell me, but anyhow, he said he thought she was very foolish to do anything like that. And that it could be deadly dangerous. Those were the words he used. Deadly dangerous.
I see.
Sandy didn't tell you?
No, she didn't.
But not for her. That was the funny part of what he said. Not deadly dangerous for her. Not immediately.
Rose, what is it?
Heart pain, chest.
Your nitroglycerin pills.
They...
Sandy! Sandy!
What is it? Oh, no.
Where are pills?
Bedroom. I'll get them.
Rose, now let me get you to the couch. Lay you down here. There. Cushion behind your head. Sandy, hurry it!
Yes, here. Here, Rose. Open your mouth. That's it. Water, Joe?
Yeah.
Hurry, Joe.
Yeah, here you are.
All right now, honey. Swallow the pills. Swallow it, dear. That's it. Okay, all right? Sure to be all right in a moment or two. Rose, dear. Is it having any effect? Oh, Rose, is the pain letting up? Rose? Joe!
Here, let me...
Joe?
She's gone, Sandy.
No.
Afraid so, sweetheart.
He's done it. He threatened he would, and he has.
Greg Manchester?
He said he'd kill her if I didn't lay off, and I didn't, and he has. Thank you, Mac. Goodbye.
What'd he say, McCoy?
The toxicology lab tested the pills Rose took. That I gave her.
Oh, Sandy. All right, come on now, honey.
The pills. They found that they were triple strength. Triple the amount of nitroglycerin prescribed for Rose.
That's impossible. No pharmacist would make a mistake like that.
The pharmacist didn't. They got him out of bed and they met him at his place and checked his records. He made no mistake.
Well, then how... Sandy, how?
Greg.
Sandy.
Don't ask me how he did it. He got into the apartment maybe while we were out. Rose and I didn't change the bottles. I don't know. It doesn't matter. All that matters to me is that he did it, and I know in my bones I know that he did it. He murdered the woman he was married to before he married my mother. He killed my mother. He killed Rose. He'll kill Florence Chapman. He'll kill me. Unless I stop him. He's got to be stopped, Joe. Stopped and put behind bars like any other animal. And that's where I'm going to put him. With God's help, Joe, that's where I'll put him for the rest of his life.
Brave words. Words spoken under the pressure of emotion. Well, I think I can tell you at this point that Sandy did put Greg Manchester behind bars for the rest of his life when he made that one fatal slip. I was about to say that he overlooked something. But the fact is, he never saw it. But Sandy did. Or, to be more precise, her camera did. I'll return in a moment for Act 3. You will recall my saying earlier that the cleverer the murderer, the more likely he is to make one fatal slip. Something so minor, he never thought of it, never noticed it. What slip will Greg Manchester make? So far, he's got away with his killings. Sandy Oakes doesn't know where Greg Manchester will make that fatal slip, or when, or more particularly, how. But make it, she knows he will. And as I've told you, make it he did. The question is, what insignificant but very final mistake did he make?
You dare show your face here?
I came here to this funeral home to see Rose for the last time. I am her stepfather, Sandy, and have the right.
Murderer.
Sandy.
Get him out of here, Joe.
There's no need, Joe. I'm going. May I have a word with you outside?
Of course. Sandy, pull yourself together. Well?
Joe, you're a lawyer. Would you give me some advice? What am I to do with her? She hates me. Has hated me from the moment we met. I don't know why. Chemistry, I suppose.
Not much I can say to that, Greg, except you're a liar.
I beg your pardon?
You're a liar. It isn't chemistry between you and Sandy. It's Sandy's awareness, her awareness from the first, her trained awareness, because she's photographed so many people, that you're a phony. I agreed with her about that after only short acquaintance with you, Greg, but I didn't agree with her that you're a murderer. I agree now.
You can't mean... You think I murdered Geraldine?
I think you murdered Geraldine and Rose. I think you murdered another woman. In fact, probably other women.
You can stand there and to my face say...
Say it because it's obvious. There's such a thing as coincidence, Greg. But your history, your married history, goes beyond coincidence.
Then you are calling me a murderer.
I thought I'd made that plain. You're skating on thin ice now, and you're going to go through it. And when you do, you're going to find the water bitter cold, Greg. Bitter cold.
Won't you sit down, Miss Oakes?
Thank you, Mrs. Manchester.
Let me say, I only agreed to see you when you phoned and said you wanted to talk with me alone. I only agreed because you are his stepdaughter.
Mrs. Manchester, I wanted to see you because someone should warn you. Greg Manchester is a murderer.
What are you saying?
He murdered my mother. He murdered my sister Rose. He murdered the woman he was married to before he met my mother. He's going to murder you.
My dear, do you realize the gravity of this accusation?
The important thing is that you realize
what
it.
What I realize is that you are a bitter and malicious young woman who, for some reason, I am totally unable to understand, wants to malign a man who has never done anything but good for you.
Good? What do you mean?
Your mother left him all her money, didn't she?
Yes.
He was also the beneficiary of her life insurance, wasn't he?
Yes.
And all of this, the fortune he might have had, he turned over to you and your sister. Is that not so?
It certainly is not so.
Greg told me.
Then he lied. He tricked my mother into giving him control of her money, power of attorney and all of that, and then taking out a $100,000 life insurance policy, and then he killed her.
Can you prove that?
No. I can't, not yet. But whether I can or not, I think what you should keep in mind is that at least 2 previous wives have died suddenly and mysteriously after giving him control of their money. Have you?
Why, yes, I have. Oh, but I can't believe this. I won't believe it. My husband is one of the most dear and delightful men I've ever met.
Thank you, my dear. Thank you for your trust in me.
Greg, we didn't hear you come in.
Well, I'm glad you didn't. Otherwise, I'd not have overheard my stepdaughter's accusations. Sandy, I must ask you to leave. And please, don't come back.
Goodbye, Mrs. Manchester. And good luck.
Well, I hope that's the last we see of her. I'm sure you didn't believe the lies she must have told about me.
Why, no, of course not, Greg.
You don't sound altogether sure, Florence.
Why, yes, I am. Only, Greg, you told me you had handed all your former wife's fortune over to her daughters.
No.
What?
Well, you misunderstood me. I said that I intended to do it. But I haven't had time to get around to it yet. It's quite involved, you know. Certain legalities which take time, and... You don't believe me, do you?
No, I do. Only I'm certain you said you had already given them the money.
No, you're mistaken, my dear.
Greg?
Yes?
That power of attorney I signed the other day...
Yes?
Don't be offended, dear, but just as a matter of interest, does it give you control over my money?
Now, that's an odd question, Florence.
Does it, Greg?
Well, a power of attorney is just that. It empowers me to act in your behalf.
In other words, you can sign checks, withdraw money from my account, that sort of thing?
Yes, that sort of thing.
I see.
No, I don't think you do. For instance, you don't see that you have just signed your death warrant.
Death warrant?
I want you to go into your bedroom, start packing.
Packing?
You're going to visit your sister in New Orleans. Midnight. Make the call, Florence. Make it or I'll shoot you right now.
Hello?
Miss Oakes, this is Mrs. Manchester.
Yes?
I've got to see you right away. Could you come here to my apartment?
My fiancé and I were just about to...
It's urgent, Miss Oakes. Dreadfully urgent. Please come.
Of course, all right. We'll be there as soon as we can make it.
Thank you. Goodbye.
She's coming right over?
Yes. Greg, please don't kill me.
I'm sorry, Florence.
I'll give you my money.
I've already got it.
Then why kill me?
Pleasure, my dear. Simple pleasure. I find a certain thrill in murdering someone, especially silly women like you. When Sandy pushes that door buzzer, listen to it carefully, Florence. It'll be the last sound you hear in this life.
Greg!
All right. I must snap off the lights here in the bedroom. Oh, good. I'm coming. Oh, help me.
We heard a shot. What?
In the bedroom. I just shot a prowler.
Pitch dark in here. The light switch.
Oh, yeah, here.
Oh, good Lord.
Florence Manchester.
What? Oh, no.
Sandy, for the love of... This is no time for snapping pictures.
I wasn't even aware I was...
Get to the phone. Call the police. And put that damn camera away.
Yes, okay.
Oh, I thought Florence was a prowler. I lost my head. I fired into the dark room.
Headquarters? Give me Lieutenant McCoy. Is he there? Yeah, hurry.
Sandy, please.
Look at it, Joe. Look at it and tell me, what do you see?
I see the body of Florence Manchester lying on her bedroom floor. I have seen the body of Florence Manchester lying on her bedroom floor for over a month now, in blow-up after blow-up after blow-up of the pictures you snapped that night. This blow-up, good Lord, Sandy, it's the biggest yet. Why?
Because these pictures prove Greg murdered Florence, that's why.
You keep saying that, but you don't tell me what proof.
Because I don't know. Because it's staring at me in the face and I can't see it. Joe, look at it, please. Just look at it. Look.
No.
Joe, just look.
I've had it, Sandy. All right. Maybe, like you say, Greg's story of what happened was so much eyewash. Maybe Florence didn't leave to visit her sister in New Orleans. Maybe she didn't come back unexpectedly while he was asleep in his bedroom. Maybe he didn't hear a noise in her bedroom, think it was a prowler, panic, and shoot into the darkened bedroom. Eyewash. All eyewash. But what is it?
Eyewash. Eyewash. Give me that blow-up.
Ooh, with pleasure.
That's it, Joe. That's it.
What's what?
The proof that he murdered her, the proof I've been looking for, but couldn't see. Joe Florence Manchester's eyes. Look at her eyes.
Manchester, you've been booked on a charge of murder. The murder of your wife, Florence.
Now, look here,
Take it
Lieutenant.
easy. Thanks to your stepdaughter, Sandy Oakes, here, we have positive proof that you deliberately and with malice aforethought shot Florence Manchester to death.
What proof? What proof? I told you she'd packed her bag. You saw it in the bedroom and left to visit her sister in New Orleans.
But had come back unexpectedly, according to your story.
And I fired a shot into her pitch-black bedroom, thinking she was a prowler. That's what happened. That's the truth.
No, it's a lie. This photograph of your wife's body, Sandy took it within a minute or two after the shot was fired.
So?
Look at it, Manchester. Look especially at the eyes. The eyes that are open and staring at the ceiling. What do you see?
Her eyes. What else am I supposed to see?
The size of her pupils. Look at the pupils of her eyes. Tell me what you see.
I see the pupils of her eyes.
Contracted. Contracted to the size of a pinhead. The human eye is like a camera, like that Instamat Sandy always carries. The darker an object or a place, the wider the pupil of the eye expands. The brighter an object or a place, such as your wife's bedroom, the narrower the pupil becomes, contracts. What's more, Manchester, when a person is killed instantly, as your wife was, the pupil remains unchanged for 2 to 3 minutes.
You're saying it.
The photo says it, not me. You stated that you fired that shot into a dark bedroom, killing your wife by accident. Her eyes, contracted to pinhead size, prove that she died in a lighted room, a brightly lighted room. If you have anything to say, make it in the form of a confession, won't you? On second thought, I'm not sure we need bother. It's all on film, Manchester.
A picture, they say, is worth 1,000 words. And so it would seem that Lieutenant McCoy is right. No words of Manchester's in his defense could possibly disprove the truth of his wife's dead, accusing eyes. I'll be back shortly. Gregory Manchester is no longer a name, but a number at State's Prison. Sandy's name has changed, too, from Miss Sandy Oakes to Mrs. Joseph Norman. Hasn't changed her habit of carrying that camera wherever she goes, however, but she seems to use it more and more these days, snapping pictures of a baby named Joe Jr. Our cast included Joan Hackett, Ralph Bell, Robert Dryden, and Joan Shea. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.